I became a streamer, hidden, watching everything through a computer's monitor. Now I could see video games not from the inside, but from the outside. As an observer, I watched the banality, the stupidity of publishers through the screen of my PC. I joined this group of commentators that take my revenge on the industry. I am no longer the gamer I was born to be. Now, I am nothing more than a pog. Please, set me free. Hello, Charky. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, Cass.
Hello.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Welcome to Metal Gear Solid Mobile. This is the show in which we play Metal Gear Solid Mobile. Interesting one today. One I've wanted to cover in some capacity for a little while now. This is the Metal Gear Solid Mobile game, in case you couldn't gather that from the title here. Released across various feature phones in the year 2008. And people, when they refer to this one, people like to shorthand it. People like to revise history a bit and say that this came out on the N-Gage. And that's only half true. We'll get into that when we get into the little mini history section on this one. But before we get to that, I figure I should ask the both of you, what's your familiarity with Metal Gear?
I love it.
Metal Gear?
Metal Gear. I had the original. Well, no. Rephrase. I had the NES Metal Gear. NES Metal Gear as a kid. Didn't play Snake's Revenge, but definitely played all of the, I think, more or less all of the Metal Gear Solid games. It's kind of hard for me to go back to Metal Gear Solid Original, though. I kind of prefer to play Twin Snakes, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I knew you were going to act like that. But, no, I love the hell out of that series. I spent so much time playing, honestly, I can't think of a Metal Gear Solid game that I've played that I don't like, or I didn't really like at the time. Because, I love playing Metal Gear Solid 5. I really liked the Ground Zeroes. I really liked 4. Yeah, love this series. It's too bad it's dead, but love the series.
Say it's dead, even though they're coming out with a brand new remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 at the time of recording. Still some ways out. But we're just now, just in the last week, it's in the news because Kojima said that he's not going to get around to playing it, and people are reading into that what they will and speculating and trying to stir up drama again. So it's been ever present on the mind, at the forefront of Discusso online.
Apologies, but can I real quick read a Kojima quote here that I have handy?
Please do.
Because he did a recent interview, as you just stated. This comes from Culture Crave. Hideo Kojima says big budget games today are safe and tremendously boring. Quote, people making military games probably don't know how to dismantle or shoot a gun. That's kind of sad. I do, because I've been doing this training, and I learned so many ways to kill people, end quote.
That's right.
Culture Crave then says he did not elaborate.
Well, what's more to say? What else is there to say about that? He made his fucking point clear, Konami. Hey, Johnny, how are you with the Metal Gear? How familiar are you?
Oh, yeah, so I would have got in on Metal Gear Solid. That's actually one I'd have to check up and see if those original games even came out here, because they probably didn't. One of the ones where I just had demo discs for a long time, where I just played the demo disc over and over, but actually did manage to get the game. And yeah, I've been into the series ever since, though, because I got the PlayStation 2 so late. I played 1, then I played 3, and then I played 2, and then I played 4.
Chronological order.
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my version of the series is very confusing, but yeah, love it. It's ups, it's downs, creamy middles. I mean, yeah, it's dead, but also, you
had a good run.
It's fair to say with those later games of they squeezed all the blood from the stone and then some, to the point where it's actually the blood's coming from your hand, not the stone. And to comment on that Kojima thing, most creatives don't really engage in work that's like retreading their ground. Like that's kind of a nothing statement.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't want to play a version of his game that's essentially the same, just with different visuals. Okay, he's probably busy. Probably hanging out with actors who were in James Bond films or something.
Probably hanging out with VTubers.
Yeah.
As, again, all better things to be doing than engaging with video games, in my opinion. And just for my quick opinion on the Metal Gear series, it's great. What do you mean? What do you expect me to say? Hideo Kojima, the original video game auteur. That's not true. There were people who were putting themselves into their games long before Kojima. But, he's certainly to thank for bringing video game narratives to the forefront, which I am, appreciative of as the narrative enjoyer here. I still think Metal Gear Solid Original tells the tightest, one of the best stories a video game has ever told. Metal Gear Solid 2, but hey, how about Metal Gear 2 on the MSX? This Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, that's a great story too. That's a great game. I couldn't tell you which Metal Gear I played first, because I had it on NES, but I straight up can't remember if I got that before or after I had played Metal Gear Solid, because I had been peripherally aware of Metal Gear before Solid. So that time in my life, my childhood, all a bit fuzzy. I probably played Solid first if I had to guess. But, I've been committed ever since to the asylum as I over-rack my brain thinking about the absolutely fucking stupid directions this series has gone, the tangents that Kojima took it down, so on, so forth.
He's called Vamp because he's bisexual.
Of course. I mean, there's no other. So this game here, this Metal Gear Solid Mobile.
I love research. Sorry, I just want to say I love researching that, because people online looked into it. It's like, no one says that. No one says that, and no one can figure out why Kojima thought Vamp was a word for bisexual. No one has ever been able to figure this out. It's just Kojima.
Yeah, but once you do figure it out, you're going to be ashamed of your words and deeds, okay?
That's true.
So Metal Gear Solid Mobile, this 2008 release. This, I will tell you at the top, is meant to take place between Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. Even though this game is just taking like 99% of its cues from Metal Gear Solid 2. But again, having to dumb it down, shrink it down for the benefit of the cellular phone of the late 2000s. But we'll get into that. We'll get into the gameplay. We'll get into the history in just a minute. First, we gotta get into our box and then take that box onto the truck so we can get shipped to the factory. And from there, we can see the assembly line producing Sharky Stream Snack.
Paramedic, I found some food here. It's called Beat-A-Go Mini Wonton Pork and Vegetable. I'm gonna find out how it tastes. I've had this on the show before. It's decent. The way I steamed it, though, seems to have fused all of the dumplings together into one mass. So I'm sort of having to hack away at this thing now. So that's unfortunate. Tonight's drink is Alani New Energy Sherbet Swirl. I think there is a new Alani out there, but I have not seen it in stores yet. What are y'all having?
Well, I've got my mocha, as usual. And not long ago, I finished eating some leftover pizza. That was good. Though I have a question to ask, because depending on who I ask, I get interesting reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So, how common is it for places in America to put sweet corn on pizza?
Incredibly uncommon, unless there's like maybe like a chicky pizza you're getting. Like some chicken pizzas will come with corn, but generally speaking, no.
Yeah.
I would say you'd have to go to like a special local place and not like a big chain or anything like that. They would not have sweet corn on pizza.
Yep, seen in chat. Yeah, for some reason that's like a semi, like I wouldn't say it's like a common topping, but it's like, it's not that hard to find. It's usually put on what they call like a Mediterranean pizza for some
Yeah,
reason.
that would parse. Yeah.
But yeah, that's not the one I picked. I had it was called California. Just had like spinach, feta cheese, onion. That was good.
I'm drinking my Monster Energy, which that's Death Stranding, right? They did the Monster tie-in.
Yeah, I think they had Monster, but then they passed it out.
It's not in it's not in director's cut, but if you play the original, it's still in there.
I think that'll do it then, if that's everybody.
I reckon that will do it for Charky's stream snack. Let's get to that main stage.
Yep. Unfortunately, I did not have time to go find MREs.
Yeah,
I didn't have time to go get Calorie Mates.
It's fine. Calorie Mate sucks. I'm completely over Calorie Mate. I've ordered a few times. It's bad. It's like stale shortbread.
I didn't mind
calories.
I'll say the chocolate one's better than the not vanilla cheese. It's not really cheese, whatever the plain one is.
I've tried every flavor. The maple one is like the closest one to like being something I would actually eat, but again, closest. Keyword closest. Mini history. First of all, let me just say that if you're looking for a comprehensive history on the Nokia N-Gage, might I recommend a video by way of Stop Skeletons from Fighting, titled N-Gage, Cell Phone Gaming's First Big Flop, Past Mortem, again by Stop Skeletons from Fighting. And I mention this not just because it is the most exhaustive history on the N-Gage ever written, but because I wrote it. I wrote this video, and we cover all the ground I would ever want to cover about the N-Gage. I got it out of my system in this video. So, go check that out for that. Not that the story necessarily revolves around the N-Gage. We will be playing the quote-unquote N-Gage version of Metal Gear Solid Mobile, but we'll get to exactly what that is in due time. So, in 2007, Metal Gear, the franchise, Konami celebrated Metal Gear's 20th anniversary. They had a promotional campaign, they had a website dedicated to it, but most pressingly and most relevant, pertinent to our purposes, they had a Metal Gear 20th anniversary party on July 24th, 2007, held at the Ritz-Carlton Grand Ballroom in Tokyo. It was a 2-day event. The first day was for the benefit of the press, where they celebrated the series' anniversary, promoted some future products and games to come. The second day was just a party, primarily for Kojima Productions and Konami staff, where they could all get drunk and enjoy live music and so on and so forth. But we're going to hone in on that first day here. Details on the contents of that party and the 20th anniversary et al. You can find on the Metal Gear wiki here. It has some fairly well-sourced, well-cited descriptions of what was said, done, and offered at that event. So for the purposes of promotion on that first day, they started the show by announcing the 20th anniversary music collection, compiling all the game's soundtracks. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops Plus was announced at this event. They announced a book, Metal Gear Solid 2, Bande Dessinée. There was a trailer for Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, a new trailer that had not been seen, some gameplay demo, all talked over by Kojima as he walked the audience through what they were seeing. And then there was a big to-do about the Metal Gear Online Open Beta, which, Metal Gear Online being packaged part of Metal Gear Solid 4. And so this was a way for some players to get invited to that. And to demo the game out before release. And so those were all of the major announcements, and they were winding the show down when all of a sudden Kojima gets a codec call on his cell phone and announces one Metal Gear Solid Mobile. No, really, they did a whole bit where Kojima pretended to get a phone call, and they had the codec ring over the speakers as he picked up his phone and said, yes, okay. Metal Gear Solid Mobile. At this event, at this slideshow presented here, they mentioned that the game would be set before the events of Metal Gear Solid 2, and the game would be in full 3D, which was a novelty at the time. Remember, this is a pre-smartphone era. This is the era of the feature phone, as we call it now, as well, no one calls it a feature phone now. People call them dumb phones now, which it's very funny considering when these were the absolute bleeding fucking edge of technology. And to push it into 3D was, again, not exactly commonplace. This being a Japanese event, they were primarily marketing this to the Japanese audience, the Japanese market. They announced that the game would be sold through EasyWeb, which I believe is a specifically Japanese portal for downloading and purchasing digital licenses for phone games, or it was at the time. I doubt it's around anymore. I doubt, even with like feature phones still being around in Japan to some capacity today, I don't think it's through EasyWeb at this point. They were paid in some capacity by Sony to really push a particular model of Sony Ericsson phone. In fact, there was going to be some sort of special edition Metal Gear branded Sony Ericsson that would have the game pre-installed on it that they talked up at the event as well, tried to push. This was the formal announcement of one Metal Gear Solid Mobile. It would release, as mentioned, across Japanese phones in its capacity as a brew game. And I'm trying to pull up the date here because I realized that the first page had the release date and I forgot to actually. Stalling. Here we go. January 31st, 2008. There we go. It took me a minute, folks. And then the game would come to North American cell phones that were equipped to render it, to play it, in March 19th, 2008. I believe that version actually was made to run on Java. I think it was still 3D. It's very hard to find info on these versions of Metal Gear Solid Mobile, despite being like the debut versions, really the original versions. Because the version we're going to talk about, the version we're going to focus in on, the version we're actually going to play momentarily, is of course going to be the N-Gage 2.0 release of Metal Gear Solid Mobile, released December 11th, 2008. So when Nokia secured this license, when they secured the rights to publish it to the N-Gage 2.0 storefront, they put out a press release going into the details, parroting Konami marketing lines and so forth. In fact, I can read from this a little bit. Nokia and Konami, a leading global developer, publisher, and manufacturer of electronic entertainment properties, today announced that Konami mobile titles will be added to the N-Gage mobile games platform. The mobile version of the award-winning Metal Gear Solid will be the first title in the game's lineup. Metal Gear Solid Mobile has received top honors at the 2007 International Mobile Gaming Awards, taking both the Grand Prix and Operator's Choice Awards. We get into them trying to describe the game and its features here. The new version of the classic game features original content that can only be found on the mobile platform. Metal Gear Solid Mobile includes never-before-seen dramatic 3D art displays and camera work. The detailed in-game graphics capture the atmosphere of the Metal Gear Solid series and create a depth that completely draws the player into the game and pushes the capabilities of the mobile platform. Players face the extreme tension of solitary infiltration in this version of the tactical espionage action game developed in conjunction with IdeaWorks 3D, put a pin in their name, and utilizing its AirPlay 3.5 SDK. An in-game camouflage system utilizes color samples from the scenery of the real world captured by the handset's camera. Moreover, additional controls are introduced that are made especially for mobile devices. We mentioned, and they mentioned, the N-Gage mobile games platform. You need to remember that at this point in time, the N-Gage as a platform, as a standalone device, had already flopped, had already been discontinued. When they talk about a mobile platform, they're talking about a marketplace that was available on certain models of Nokia phone, where you would log into this games app, they would flash the N-Gage logo, and you'd be offered a limited selection. I think it was maybe like 30 games total on the N-Gage 2.0. Slightly more than on the original N-Gage, if I have my math right, if I'm remembering the numbers, the counts in my head. Metal Gear Solid Mobile was arguably one of their key apps in advertising that platform, one of their killer apps, if you will. And we mentioned IdeaWorks, who, if you're familiar with the N-Gage, you should be familiar with them as well. Here is their logo. They were a British video game developer, not a Japanese one, despite Kojima Productions going directly to them. What they specialized in were, in fact, like mobile games, mobile adaptations and tie-ins to full-fledged console series. You may be familiar with their work on the N-Gage 1.0. They're the folk who brought Tomb Raider to the N-Gage, along with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, arguably the two most impressive games, just being PS1 conversions, but, most impressive nonetheless, most remembered, certainly the top sellingest and most marketed games for the N-Gage. They would also, before the release of Metal Gear Solid Mobile in 2008, they did a quote-unquote lost episode of Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus in around 2006. Johnny, you said that you found something on this game, that you have some idea of what this is?
Yeah, a little bit of footage. It does sound impressive. Apparently, it has the original voice cast from the game voicing over it, and the gameplay looks shockingly similar to the main console game, which is it's both impressive and also a downer because it plays like that console game. But I wouldn't call it lost media because there's a video of it, but I don't think you can play it right now unless you maybe have a really old Japanese phone.
With it pre-installed, because there's no download on that
Yes.
shit. There's no servers to host that shit at this point, I imagine. And I should also mention, I'd be remiss not to mention, that I believe after the release of Metal Gear Solid Mobile, or within the same year, within 2008, they would also put out a Resident Evil Degeneration, which is another game that I helped contribute to the Stop Skeletons from Fighting, documenting, preserving, which you can watch that video here. Resident Evil 4.5, as they call it. And then later, I think two of their last games ever, but it's to show you how long they were able to persist in the market, and the fact that they were continually getting contracts from bigger publishers and studios to do adaptations of their games. They're only the folk who brought Call of Duty Zombies to iPhone, first with Call of Duty World at War Zombies in 2009, and then again with Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies in 2011. So if you were one of the millions of folk who played those games on iPhone back in the day, you got IdeaWorks to thank for their contributions, for their hard work in doing inferior versions of real video games. If we can just be dismissive, if we can be really mean to them, to a studio that really did fill a hole in the market, that were mercenary to be sure, but clearly had some eye towards quality and especially towards the tech end of it, of doing impressive things with phone hardware, for being specialists at paring down these full-featured games to something that could work on these seemingly compromised platforms and make them relatively acceptable. That version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the N-Gage, probably besides the wonky resolution and controls, probably a really good way to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the original, on the go. Again, I would play the PS1 version at home rather than play any sort of version of mobily if the compromises made are the compromises that were made and bring it to handheld. But ultimately, I think IdeaWorks were relatively impressive and ambitious, and I respect the work they were doing, even if most of it is relegated to platforms where you can't access their games anymore. Their games were, by their very nature, by the nature of mobile gaming, short shelf lives on these things. But we move along to the release of Metal Gear Solid Mobile, again, later for the N-Gage, December 2008. Having a hard time remembering dates today, don't mind me. On release to the broader market with its Nokia release, received mixed reception. And by mixed, I mean ranging all the way from 2.5s out of 10 to 9s and 10s, depending on the publication. A wide gap between people who were incredibly impressed by what this was and people who were disappointed to see that it was not a full-fledged console experience. Starting from the low end, one Joseph Hanlon for CNET, who scored it a 2.5 out of 10 in his review, which we will link to here and to read from that review. Visually, the game is drab and monotone, smattering the heavily pixelated environments in a swamp-like palette of gray, black, and various shades of brown. Not that we expect next-generation graphics, but this comes back to our point about understanding how to make games for this limited platform. Nokia phones aren't capable of rendering interactive 3D graphics, so don't make games that require them. The soundtrack is better, featuring a couple of good sneaking songs and sound effects, but is painfully repetitive. At times, we attracted the attention of guards simply to change the drone of the low-energy music. Metal Gear Solid for N-Gage has one campaign and a string of training minigames to work through. We polished off the main quest in a little over 90 minutes, which means it's going to take us like 2 or 3 hours on this end. And the minigames took another 10 minutes or so. There are a range of achievements to unlock, but the thought of tackling the game again to complete them gave us a panic attack. Is it worth the money? No. No, it's not. Nokia is asking Australian $16 for this monster, but this is the kind of game you'd pass by even if it were free of charge. Metal Gear Solid on N-Gage is a bad game with a short campaign and no replay value. Luckily, we didn't have to play it again anyway. Or didn't want to play it again anyway. Metal Gear Solid fans should run for the hills.
Now, may I say, that review sounds a little hyperbolic.
Oh, you don't say. That line about, like, Nokia phones aren't capable of rendering attractive 3D graphics, so don't make games that require them. That was the whole point of the N-Gage. It was that, hey, we're the first people to put 3D on a handheld, and by the way, it looks okay. And by Nokia 2.0 time, like, we'll see the game. I don't think the visuals are the problem. I mean, we can look at them now and be like, well, this looks a little, off-brand in spots, low budge in others. But again, like, this was impressive, and it ran just fine. I don't know. For an alternate take, for a 4.5 out of 5 review by one John Mundy, this was penned for Pocket Gamer, and it reads as such. In case you've had your head buried in the sand over the past 10 years, the Metal Gear Solid series has been hugely influential on the video gaming landscape. Since the first game's release in 1998...
Oh.
Since the first game's release in 1998, fucking whatever, a whole raft of Me Too stealthy action games have found their way to market. Indeed, few action-adventure games released since have failed to include sections where sneaking around is preferable to going in all guns blazing. While not flawless, the lack of a walk button means that sneaking up on guards is a bit hit and miss. The best thing I can say for it is that I soon forgot I was playing it on a phone. I was simply playing it. Metal Gear Solid Mobile is one of the best titles to grace the N-Gage platform. Its stunning presentation, innovative gameplay, and gripping story make it one of the portable experiences of 2008. I was waiting to see. I thought they were going to say make it one of the best or most important. No, it just says make it one of the portable experiences of 2008. That's the original text, which is no mean feat considering how late in the year it arrived. It looks like N-Gage has its second killer app.
Now, to be fair, the first Metal Gear Solid game did come out in 1998.
No,
that wasn't the first Metal Gear game.
No, certainly not. I mean, you know what they mean when they say that. You know that they have no idea of... Anyway, that was just for a contrarian take. Or, more people did score low than they did high. But I did want to point out that there were people who were impressed, who were compelled, who were utterly fascinated, dumbfounded by this Metal Gear Solid mobile game. And that means that it's our job to go and play it and decide who was right, who was wrong, who history will favor.
The arbiters of truth here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
I think this is a job for me because I got to run EKA2L1, which supports both N-Gage emulation as well as N-Gage 2.0 emulation, which is good because we're playing this again on the N-Gage 2.0 platform. I'll even show off a little bit of that platform as we launch into this.
Vertical. Are we doing it vertical or horizontal?
I'm going to play the game horizontally, even though I think it really is designed for vertical. The UI makes the most sense vertically. So hey, this is what the N-Gage 2.0 market would have looked like. Your installed games would have been here. You can see I have a handful of them. Profile page complete with the game's history. What else is here? Friends address book. I think the store, if I try to access it, will actually crash the EKA 2L1 as it tries to communicate with the server that obviously doesn't fucking exist at this point. I shouldn't have paged right. Oh, fuck. Well, I guess we're going to have to close that and reopen it now. I'm so happy EKA 2L1 exists. One, I wish I had a better name. Wish I had a better name for that emulator, so I wouldn't trip over myself every time I have to try to say it out loud. And two, still somewhat a work in progress, still not completely there, still not fully intuitive in its ways. But it's good enough to run Metal Gear Solid Mobile, and that's good enough for me. Yeah, for the purpose of filling out the screen, horizontal 4:3 resolution.
Mm-hmm. Now, from the top, just in case anyone's confused, this is not Metal Gear Solid Touch, the weird gallery shooter iPhone game that uses like Metal Gear Solid 4 apps. That's probably what most people searching and accidentally watching this thought this was. This is not that.
You'll see what it is.
Yeah.
Cool menu.
Listed actually, yeah.
VR training. We can hop into this if we want to get some practice in. Controls, we should probably look at these. We should probably consult these real quick. Left, right, up, down, action, first person camera. Those are all the buttons you can press. Here's what some of the buttons do. So combinations of the action key and context will give you some different actions that can be performed. So mechanically, this game is most on par with like PS1 Metal Gear Solid. Aesthetically, like once we get into the game, you'll see that it's very much going for Metal Gear Solid 2, like to the point where they're straight up like, redoing the tanker basically. But this is also a game that came out after 3, so it has the camouflage system in it. It has the MGS3 camouflage index in it. So this is a weird hodgepodge of different eras of Metal Gear coming together in this. N-Gage Arena. Do I dare try to open this and see what the online features?
No, it's okay.
Achievements. They have a list of achievements here, is what they have. So you can upload to your profile and show folk. Also rankings, so if you finish the game, and you get the ranking at the end, with your completion time and whatever animal they assign to you, whatever persona they assign to you at the end. You can also upload that, I imagine. So, that's something. That's an idea. N-Gage 1.0 games had actual multiplayer in them, and like the ability to share replays and other stuff with each other. But, not every game has to have every feature available within it. I think some N-Gage 2.0 games still had online multiplayer as well. What are our options? Device rotation, this is where we can decide whether we want to play it vertically or horizontally.
Can't flip it, though.
And, yeah, I think that'll do. Let's start a new game. Our previous game save will be lost. That is fine by me. Here's hoping we can complete this in one.
This is a present from me to you.
Thank you, Jordan Games, for the 13 months of subscription. That's him. That's Solid Snake. There's no voice acting we have to worry about talking over by accident, by the way. In fact, there's rarely audio in this game.
This is a present from me to you.
I'm hype.
There he is.
I figure I'd do something to make sound happen. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry.
We decided this before the show that we're going to voice these out loud again. If there's any reason this series goes to 2 episodes instead of being a one and done, it'll be because we have to read all this dialogue out loud. But we decided that I would be Solid Snake, so I'm going to try to do a Solid Snake. Me. This This is Snake! Otacon, do you read me?
Loud and clear, Snake. have you entered the facility?
Sorry, I had something in my throat. I'm in the utility area, the top level. Getting in was a little easier than I expected.
Well, you are the best. But let's get down to business. After the Shadow Moses incident, Revolver Ocelot put Metal Gear technology on the black market. Now every major superpower and a few minor ones are rushing to equip themselves. Production facilities have sprung up across the globe, racing day and night to build a working model.
Sprinting towards destruction.
Precisely. The building you're in right now is one such facility. We need to find out as much about their production process as possible. Have the original plans been altered in any way? Have any exploitable flaws been introduced?
Look for intel. Gain the upper hand.
Exactly, Snake. Dino Gem awarded.
Who's our source?
A scientist. From inside the facility.
Can they be trusted?
I don't know yet. I know. But the intel they provided us has been reliable so far. Not relatable. I'll try digging up some more information as you proceed with the mission.
Maybe you should have considered that before I infiltrated a heavily guarded facility.
Let's go through that plan again, shall we?
Right.
Your first objective is to increase your keycard security level, granting you access to more of the facility. To do that, you'll need to find and log onto a node.
A nerd?
Not nerd. No, Snake. It looks like a computer terminal. You should be able to spot it quite easily. Log on by pressing action near the node. I'll take care of the rest. Try to make contact with the scientists as soon as you can. They know this facility well and can provide you with invaluable insider information.
I'm on it.
Remember, if you need any help, you can press the left selection key at any time to contact me via codec. Find that node, Snake. You've got to upgrade your keycard security level. Card key security level. Security key, let's go.
Alright, I'm hanging up now.
Otacon, you're having a stroke?
Hey, check it out. It's Metal Gear Solid Mobile. Oh, no, that's not the right. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's call Otacon.
Snake, a nerd looks just like a computer terminal.
Yeah, they sure do.
To log on to one, I already told you this.
Yep.
Just keep going.
Oh, first person.
Yeah.
Using
So I want to say, you can tell they based this off Metal Gear Solid 2 because most of the opening dialogue and premise is the opening of Metal Gear Solid 2.
You don't say. And hey, they started us off with the trank gun as well, which I appreciate.
Ah, not SOP.
A guard. I better call this in. Like this is my first fucking mission or something. Because you know we're going to get on the codec as soon as this cutscene ends, as soon as this demo ends, right?
Snake, that's known as a guard. They don't want you to walk around places. There's a guard up ahead of you.
I can see that.
Try not to get spotted, Snake. Remember, this is a sneaking mission. Try to keep a low profile. The military here may be hostile, but that's no reason to go looking for a fight. Try to stay out of sight, lean against objects by pushing towards them. I'll lean against the object, bend your way towards the corner, and take a peek around it. Don't you have a manual on you? Can't you just... Alright, that'll give you a chance to watch the guards' patrol routes. If you're getting too close for comfort, I recommend using your silenced M9 pistol to tranquilize them.
Really, Otacon? Here, why don't you drive for a bit?
Please, Snake, try to take this seriously. One of those darts carries enough anesthetic to knock out an elephant.
I know I take them recreationally.
But the time it takes for the anesthetic to take its effect is dependent on where the dart hits. If you shoot him in the elephant, it'll go down faster. Shoot a guard in the head, it'll go down in an instant. Shoot him in the body, and it'll take a few seconds for the anesthetic to enter his bloodstream.
Any more words of wisdom?
Have you ever heard the parable of the tortoise and the hare? Not at the moment. Oh yeah, always remember to wash your hands with soap and water after using the restroom.
And there we go. First guard shrinked. Can we do anything as far as picking up their body? No, that is a bridge too far. You can't shake them down. You can't collect dog tags. What's even the point of this game? For what this is, you know, on first impressions, on first blush, on first boot, yeah, they put a Metal Gear Solid on a mobile phone. This looks the part well enough.
Yeah.
And
2008.
Yeah, and they have like the essential mechanics here. Like they met the standard for what a Metal Gear Solid on mobile would have to be at this point in time. I mean, we had Ghost Babel before this, known as Metal Gear Solid, just Metal Gear Solid on Game Boy Color. Prior to this, which was a great game narratively, but you know was more in tune with original Metal Gear on MSX than it was with Metal Gear Solid, its namesake.
Snake, that's a box of magical scrying. There's an electronic eye in there that'll alert guards. You'll be in trouble if it sees you.
I assume the usual method will work.
This is a
Seduction?
present from
Yeah,
me
go
to
ahead,
you.
try it. Lean against the wall directly under the camera to stay out of his field of view. Alternatively, you could use a shaft grenade to disable it.
Wouldn't that knock out my radar?
Only temporarily.
Well, it's good that we have options. And what do you know, chafe grenades right there. And here's something that Snake doesn't always
So thank
do.
you,
Mount
thank you for the
objects.
subscription, Luis.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do I have the camera yet? No, but I can... Oh! Otacon, the camouflage sampler doesn't seem to be working.
Really? Let me have a look at the remote diagnostics.
I think it may have gotten banged up during infiltration.
You're right. A rough entry must have caused some of the suit's color sampling and mimicking systems to lose power. I'm going to have to reboot the suit from here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. Looks like it's took quite a beating. I thought you said the entry was easy.
It was. Just let me know when the reboot's complete. Well, I
Now
guess
kiss the poster.
Yeah, all we can do is look at it in first person here and try to decode what that says.
Mortis check. So I was thanking Luis when he said what Snake can do here. Mantling.
I was gonna try to pull up the camouflage or pull up a camera. Here we go. Yeah, okay.
Now, there's your camera.
This isn't as intuitive as like the shoulder buttons. I'm having to use like the soft keys, which I guess are the, you know, shoulder buttons of feature phones at the time. And there we go. I don't know if these saved to the system memory. I don't remember that detail. I guess we'll find out. I guess when we upload to a computer, we'll see if Otacon has any comments. I've never been confident with security cameras in Metal Gear, outside of using the chafe to run past them.
This is, again, we kind of said this earlier, but this is very impressive for 2008 for mobile.
No doubt.
I mean, you had to have...
Oh, shit.
Take that, robot guard. You know, you had to have a very, very specialized, you know, kind of phone for this. But still.
Looks like I had to kill him. Yeah, I forgot, because they don't show you a constant icon on screen telling you what you have equipped at a moment in time. I may have gone and unnecessarily wasted a chafe grenade there.
I feel like throwing a chafe grenade into someone's eyes would probably still take them out.
Yeah, it's funny is that they detonate in Snake's hand. If you look at the animation, he doesn't like toss them like a grenade. He just lets them kind of like blow up in his palm.
You ever have some rations? Either of y'all?
I have, yeah.
I've watched
I
a
don't
lot of
think they
ration
were-
videos.
Yeah.
All stations, report in. No response. Sweep the area.
Snake, I could only get you a level 1 keycard. You'll need a level 3 keycard to get through that door.
Any suggestions?
if you can access a computer node,
Yeah,
I
we know
should be
that.
able to
Yeah.
do the thing.
Oh, shit.
Enemy sighted.
When Katrina happened, the military came around and they gave us some MREs to tide us over. So I've had some under that context. They're alright.
I will say
Yeah,
that
they're neat.
these controls are simple, but they're also very sticky. I mean, they're doing a lot with a little here, so I can't necessarily blame them for the fact that this, you do occasionally get, like, stuck on things in a way that you don't necessarily want to.
I mean, like, there's an action button, and then the center button is other forms of context with that button. Right?
Yeah, it's like a fucking Amiga or something. Even though you had the whole numpad. Theoretically, ostensibly. Alright. So, I think something I can do here... Oh, yep. We can do that. That works just fine.
I was going to suggest crawling. That guy is coming up the stairs.
Oh, shit. The guy at the bottom of the stairs noticed me. Well, I guess we're doing this. Cool. Alright, there's a vertical bias.
Snake's trying to do that thing where they spin kick like the top off of a bottle, except it's his head of the soldier.
Huh? Well, they don't. They
we're
don't
gonna
seem to
see the
stay
game
knocked
over
out for
screen.
long. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, you don't get the long invincibility blinking frames like you usually do.
No, certainly not.
Yeah.
I'm safe here. Just
Under the
live here for the
table.
rest of my life.
Can I use the camera while I'm down here? Hell yeah. Is there any way to zoom in with this?
There you go.
Can at least keep myself occupied. How do I use to restore life? How do I use?
Is that the middle button?
Oh, it's either the action button, the middle button, or both of those buttons in some parallel.
I can't
Can you
get to
access
it.
the pause menu from here? Option, yeah, there we go.
Maybe I can't do it while I'm in crawl mode. Maybe I would need to be standing up.
Well, does it work how it does in actual Mega Solid, where you can only use them from the
I mean, I
inventory
pressed
screen?
the button inside the inventory and did not use it.
Ah.
Well, back to my post of staring at these tits.
Good job if you can get it. Fucking hell. I wanted to choke the guy out, but we were just too close.
You know what? It does the Metal Gear Solid 2 thing where they have to call in,
Yes.
which I do appreciate. Yeah, instead of just the instant alert. Yeah, it's fun. We've got all these like MIDI-esque versions of the Metal Gear Solid 1 soundtrack. I didn't mention it at the time, but that first review bothered me because from my understanding, it's like this is all Metal Gear Solid 1 music, right?
Well, there's a lot of downtime with no music. Or barely audible music.
Yeah, I will say this track is a little quieter than the alert music.
Oh god, I was having a drink. Snake, according to the plans I downloaded, it looks like there's a node in the upper right of the room. They must use it to control the central heating and air conditioning. If you can get access to it, I should be able to increase your security clearance to level 2. One slight hitch. There's a guard standing in the way.
Abort! Abort! Abort!
Come back home, Snake. You're gonna have to do something to distract him.
Any ideas?
You could try knocking on a wall near the guard. Go ahead. You don't need to read all that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Slip on past. Okay, cool. I know there is some, like, interesting, amusing dialogue that comes
All
later
right.
in the codec calls. It's not just tutorializing, but, boy howdy, there's sure a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I knocked too many
Yeah.
times, and it just... Ugh. There we go. At least they used a ration.
Vroom. I like the sound it made. Vroom.
Well, this has gone bad.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, there we go. So while this is happening, so the other point in comparison to this, aside from Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, would be the portable ops and portable ops plus from the time. I don't know how much you two have played it, but I messed a little bit with the first portable ops, and I did not like it.
Very, very, very little. I played a lot of Peace Walker, but not so much the portable ops games.
I played a fair bit of Metal Gear, the conversion of the J2ME that comes out after this in 2009. And there we go. At a certain point there, I was just like, now let's maybe scrub this and let's try this again. Yeah, I kind of heard it the
Snake,
first
have
time.
you ever heard of something called deja vu?
Deja vu.
I've just been in this place before. All right, one knock ought to do it.
Are there
And
any
kill him.
intruders in here? One knock for yes, one knock for no, two knocks for yes.
3 knocks if you need help.
4 knocks for Spanish.
I'm just realizing how low this game is in the mix, by the way.
It is weird though, because when the alert music plays, it gets
It's
a lot
very
louder.
loud, yeah.
Yeah.
Otacon, I need a password to access the terminal. Do you know what it is?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, but our contacts should. I'll try to connect you via codec. Johnny? Oh, that's weird.
What is?
The scientist's frequency has been encrypted.
Trouble?
I don't think so.
Could we have triggered a silent alarm?
Unlikely. This terminal isn't on their main security system. We can upgrade your keycard level from here without worry of detection.
Once we get the password.
Precisely. Hang on a second. I've got an idea. I'm going to patch you through to a frequency tuning subsystem. From there, your nano machines will allow you to visualize and stabilize the frequency. It's called a minigame, Snake. Think of it as a minigame, Snake.
A game.
Yes. All you need to do is follow the blue path. The closer you keep to it, the quicker you'll decrypt the frequency. You can use your phone camera to move up and down,
Oh, fuck.
or if you're somewhere you can't use the camera, simply use the up and down keys.
Oh,
like a
thank
normal
God.
person.
Yeah, so that's the thing. All the camera required features in this game that would otherwise stymie our ability to play it also just have, like, things you can do in the game, keypad controls, or mechanics you can engage with in the game. So thank
N-Gage
God.
with.
Yes, enter gauging.
I'm connecting you now, Snake. Good luck.
Whoop. Yep, so we're controlling this.
So would this literally just be tilting your phone up and down?
Seems to be, yes. All right, this is you, Johnny.
Hello, Snake. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
No, I just didn't expect you to be.
A woman?
Such
So
a sexy
cute.
voice.
Fuck. God damn it. So cute.
You flatter me, Snake.
What's a pretty girl like you doing in a place like this anyway?
I'm an artificial intelligence specialist on the Metal Gear
Not that I'm complaining, Doctor.
Reed, Dr. Reed.
Why turn to us for help?
I was so naive when I got started here. I thought my work could be of use for good, to help people. But instead, it's being used to create weapons of mass destruction. I couldn't live with the blood of others on my hands.
What sort of payload are these Metal Gears going to be carrying anyway?
I don't know. The specifics of their armament have been kept secret so far.
Where are you now?
In the security control room. waiting for you. It's one floor down from you. Find the elevator, take you to the correct floor.
What about security?
The floor you're on is lightly guarded, which makes for an ideal entry point. Some of the doors have a higher security clearance than your current keycard. I'll upload the computer's node's access password to your nanomachines. With that, I'm assuming Dr. Emmerich will be able to access the system and upgrade your keycard.
Otacon's an old pro. He's already managed to hack in, so this shouldn't be a problem.
Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties?
Oh my god, it never ends.
That's done it, Snake. Your keycard has been upgraded to level 2.
So I can get through all level 2 doors now.
Exactly. You should now be able to access the area of this floor that contains the elevator. Find that elevator, Snake. It's the only way you'll get to the scientist. I've added Dr. Reed's frequency to your codec. Press the left selection key to open it.
Well, that's great.
I was so naive when I started here. I thought my AI would be used for good, but they're making weird Facebook posts where Jesus is carrying air stewardesses. Snake, lockers are a great place to hide from guards. I'm in one right now. To open the locker, stand in front of it and press the action key.
I mean, that is how Snake and Otacon met. It's nostalgic for them. It's part of their kinky roleplay.
Lean against the back wall to close the door. Press the action key to pee your pants. Press 1 to switch to first-person view. Finally, press the action key to open the door again.
Metal Gear Solid 4's a lot of problems, but the scene you get if you stand in front of the locker in Koalicon is really good.
So we can talk about Metal Gear as a franchise.
Can't we?
And no, I guess we can't because
no idea.
Snake, can you hear me? Who is this? We'll talk more soon. Otacon, what the hell just happened? Who was that?
What are you talking about? I'm showing no record of any recent codec communication activity.
The mystery.
Ah, never mind then.
I wish Metal Gear Solid 2 didn't have pressure-sensitive buttons, so it was easier to do in the modern era to go back and play again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fair.
Without a
I
PS2.
wish most of Metal Gear Solid 2's plot did not become reality more and more every day.
Should I increase the volume to the point where it's just like normalized here? You know what? I'm just gonna do it like this. And I know the alert sound is like the loudest thing in the game by far, but
yeah. Slime, you're correct. Metal Gear Solid 2 is the one where Snake can jerk off. I was finding I was trying to find the right time to talk about that particular topic. Which is to say, hey, remember Metal Gear Solid 2 where if you get into a locker with a pretty picture of a lady and you call Otacon, Snake is just completely jacking off?
Yeah.
damn, Snake is just snapping necks left and right here.
You enjoy killing, that's why.
This episode's gonna take 3 parts by the time you get to the sorrow.
You know, I should mention that, you know, I've been playing these games for a while and that I generally play them full stealth. Like, I've played Metal Gear Solid 3 so many times, I think I can count on, like, 2 hands the amount of times I've played through Metal Gear Solid 3, and I've played exactly once where I used any guns that were not just trank guns. So, you know, missing out on all these mechanics, missing out on all this gameplay, because I insist on playing the games in the prescribed way that gets you the highest ranks.
Yeah, I mean, that is a Metal Gear Solid curse, the more and more.
Snake, there's an elevator up ahead. It should take you down to the heart of the base. From there, you should be able to make contact with the scientists in the security control room.
I don't suppose our mystery informant has given any indication of what sort of resistance to expect.
No, but I'm guessing things will be a whole lot hairier down there.
That's a surprise.
Just so folks know, I did really try to find an Otacon voice before the stream. Don't got it in me. Best I can do is talk a little noisier than you. More nasally rather than usual.
So this is absolutely simplistic, but, you know, I'm not mad at the fact that it's simplistic. For, you know, if you're going to put this on a phone, you do want to streamline, simplify.
Bug.
Yeah, these are scattered, hidden throughout the game. Disappeared. Was it even real at all?
Pro
The answer
Cypher
is
asks, is
no.
Otacon in Otaku? Yes, that's why he's called that.
Yeah, short for Otaku convention.
I'm going to stop taking pictures of the ladies and just focus on finding the spiders, I guess.
Magic Meow says, I don't really think of Otacon's voice as nasally. It's somewhat nasally. It's not super. It's not like this. He doesn't go like this. But as far as I can tell, his voice is kind of like higher up in the in the throat, in the nose, kind of. It's not deep and low like Snake is or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a unique one. It's very hard to hit those notes.
Thank God the chafe doesn't obstruct the elevator from going up and down.
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't, technically. So I think where this game, you know, not to give it away, because, you know, I'm familiar with what happens. I'm more or less, I haven't played through this whole thing. I've played through a fair grip of this. But where this really falls apart is in the narrative being like an also ran of like a best hits, a discount version of events that happen in Metal Gear Solid 2. You'll see what that becomes in a minute. Oh.
Otacon, I think I'm going through puberty.
Otacon, something's happening to the suit. It feels like it's charging up.
Looks like the reboot fixed the problem. If you sample a color and then lean up against a wall of the same color, you should be hidden from any guard's sight. However, moving will make you more noticeable.
What about surveillance cameras?
Won't work on then, I'm afraid. Why would that? You should test it out now. Select the camouflage system from your inventory. Then, move the camera view around until you have the appropriate color in the center. Press the action key to sample that color, and your suit should then mimic it. Alternatively, if you don't have a suitable camera, which you don't, you pirate, or you're in a place where you can't use the camera, you can use the in-game sampler to the same effect. Press at any time to switch between the two modes. This corridor seems pretty safe. Give it a shot, Snake. Experiment.
Sexually, with me. Yeah, okay, let's open up the camouflage. And yeah, we can do this. We can sample textures to get a color out of them. I'm just going to stick with the closest to our default suit. Oh, great.
Looks like the door's out of order. Gotta find another way around.
At least that was brief. At least some of these codec calls are quick enough.
I figure for the blue calls, I don't need to put that much into it.
A safe bet.
Because those tend to just be like, hey, you need a key, dumbass.
The mess hall.
Yeah. I will say, it's not great that they've only used one backing track so far. You know, you've gone through all these different areas and they're just using the one song. Ooh.
All right, what are you thinking? Red call as soon as this little thing
Oh,
ends?
absolutely. Oh, did you see him headbanging there for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, he's feeling the music in him. Two guards! Snake, come back! I'm in the main body of the facility. Where to from here?
Dr. Reed says she'll meet you in the security control room. If you find yourself getting lost along the way, contact me via the codec, and I'll direct you from here.
It sure is a lot busier down here.
The top floor was just a warm-up, Snake. It's time to get serious.
Serious? Aren't you the one who's always telling me to lighten up? Oh, well, shit.
I have no response to that, Snake.
Well, shit, fuck.
No, that's great idea, actually. Camo yourself as a guard.
And I'll be unstoppable.
Yes.
If only.
Thank God that other guard is stupid.
Yeah. Classic Metal Gear Solid guard.
Oh, Hi Hang says, hey, that's a pretty good Snake impression.
Now, did the call go through?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess
So-
no. I'm gonna guess I'm okay.
Yeah, I think this game takes a sec to figure out music transitions. So, yeah, you mentioned earlier, like this is very Metal Gear Solid 3 camera, and even closer to like Octo camera stuff from 4. But it's funny to think about that the 3DS version of Metal Gear Solid 3 actually had this camera camo feature in it.
It
It would
did.
have come out after this.
The 3DS had an awful camera.
Yeah.
You think Otacon wants to say anything about the box? No.
Dr. Reed, oh.
Oh, that's a shame.
Are you still in the security control room?
Yes, I am.
All right, thanks. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so we got them sweeping the area in a second.
I'm waiting for you, Snake. In the test chamber.
All right, well, the guards who were supposed to be patrolling here are in here, so everything's probably fine. I think these guards
finally
actually just
made it,
straight up replace
friends.
the ones that we killed, so
Thank you for the raid, Arbitrary Water.
temporary
We're playing-
measures.
We are playing Metal Gear Solid for the N-Gage 2.0.
Mobile edition.
Yeah. Which reminds me, one of the press releases, I forgot to mention it, but one of the press releases weirdly seemed to refer to this like it was Metal Gear Solid 1. It was strange. Please, Snake, get in here as soon as possible. Put an end to what I've created.
Well, technically speaking, it was Revolver Ocelot who put those plans in the market.
Oh my god,
Which
is
makes
Otacon
you
well
only-
actually this lady
Yeah,
here?
yes.
Yeah. Hang on,
Which
push-
makes you
push
only
the glasses up.
partially to blame.
Otacon!
It's okay, Snake. I've known now I was naive when I first started working here. I didn't see the potential danger my work would lead to.
Metal Gear Rex carries a nuclear payload launched via its magnetic railgun delivery system, making it virtually untraceable. Furthermore, Rex itself is highly mobile and able to launch its warhead from any location on the planet. The country it strikes has no way of knowing where the missile was fired from, and as such, has no way of retaliating. In short, Ocelot's opened up Pandora's box, and we've got to close it.
Legendary Pandora's Box. Watch our playthrough on me.
I thought Otacon was about to say, so how did you not know that your technology was going to be used this way?
Otacon,
fiddlesticks.
the same exact thing happened to Otacon in Metal Gear Solid 1, if you'll recall.
Yeah. Well, technically, Otacon, you're as much to blame as I.
Well, okay.
Actually,
Well, there we go. This lady
Yeah,
knows
you did,
what's up.
after all, help to develop the original Rex.
I realize that. That's why I'm trying to do something. To fix the mistakes of my past.
Ah, well, we'll check in again soon, Doctor. Hold tight.
Snake, I've disconnected Dr. Reed for the moment. She can't hear us anymore. What a bit...
Something you want to tell me?
I'm not so sure about her.
What do you mean?
I can't put my finger on it exactly. But this damsel in distress bit seems to suit her too well.
Otacon, we've got more important things to worry about.
I know. Just be careful, Snake. We're missing a big piece of the puzzle here. I just can't put my finger on what that piece is.
Yes, that's why they call it a missing piece, Otacon.
She seems like too much of a victim.
Hal, blame victims, Emmerich. Let's try to crawl under this security camera. I have bad experience. I recently replayed Metal Gear Solid as part of the Master Collection.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all fine folks on the Discord, discord.gg/bghuf, got to bear witness to it. And as much as I, at the top of the show, said that Metal Gear Solid has one of the best stories ever told in a video game.
Hang on, use the poster to make yourself pink.
Oh, yep. Good call. Wrong one.
Other.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Nope. Now point the camera at yourself.
I think you have to use the.
Oh, yeah, the camouflage. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Any other mistakes we can make?
There we go.
Yeah. Who'd want a pink Darth Vader skin?
Yeah, so Metal Gear Solid 1's gameplay sure is rough as guts, doesn't hold up. The stealth is incredibly fucking busted. The amount of times I've accidentally triggered alerts, trying to get behind guards to knock them out, which is, I'm running into a similar problem here.
Yeah.
Fuck, I accidentally...
Enemy sighted.
Now I'm the color of a bathroom. Gross.
Oh no. The stinky camo from Metal Gear Solid 3 again.
But yeah, what I was trying to say is Metal Gear Solid 1, I still love it, appreciate it, respect it. We'll call it one of my favorites, but the art of actually playing it, doesn't hold up in the ways I hoped it would. Do I need to go back and get the,
Did you go right?
Well, I would want to get my pink...
this door yet.
Yeah, this is the other bathroom. I was thinking, did I want to go and get my pink camo back? God damn. I hate this inventory, by the way. Can I just say that not having, dedicate shoulder buttons...
You know what I'll say is very weird? Is that camo is in your weapon slot.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, in the same slot as your camera.
Yes. Just to gush a little bit about Metal Gear Solid before we, get to tearing this game apart, or, talking about Metal Gear Solid 2 for that matter, which I have, opinions on. It's a fine game. I enjoy it. I just think the narrative and the directions it started going at that point, as interesting as all the Patriot stuff is, it's convoluted, and some of it is trite in hindsight. But anyway, Metal Gear Solid 1 tells such a tight fucking story. It's so grounded. It's so rooted in real world politic and stuff in a way that in the character, right? We'll talk more about it.
Snake?
What's up, Doctor? What's up, Doc?
When I was a little girl, I lived next to a dark forest. At night, I used to lie in bed, head hidden beneath the blankets. Terrified of monsters would come out of the forest and get me. My brother told me I was silly, that monsters don't exist.
Okay, bye.
But he was wrong, Snake. Monsters do exist. And I've helped create one. Help me to set things right.
I'm on my way. I'll get you out of here. Then I'll put this facility and Metal Gear out of commission.
Snake, we need to talk.
I'm a little busy here, Otacon. I got this girl on the hook right now.
It's important. I'm cutting her off.
Snake, ah!
That's better.
This had better be important.
Snake, when I was a kid, my brother told me that... I've been doing some digging. There isn't a single Dr. Reed registered with any scientific organization in the entire world.
Otacon, in case you haven't noticed, this is a Black Ops military research facility. I doubt she's going to be posing for the cover of Science Monthly.
Yes, but I should be able to dig up something about her. It's like she doesn't exist. Anyway, I'll keep looking. But stay sharp, okay?
Wow, they're really blowing the reveal here. They're really, Metal Gear Solid waited till Disc 2 to, put Naomi into...
Okay.
I see Magic Meows in chat said, I said about me saying Metal Gear Solid was so grounded, to which Karma responds, it's so grounded with, it's cyber ninjas and giant mechs and Foxeye, compared to later games in the series. And also, it's telling a story, Metal Gear Solid is about nuclear deterrence and proliferation and the things of that nature, and not about, a cyber cabal controlling the world. It's not about AIs that are...
I mean, that became grounded, just like 20 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I guess, the world's becoming like Metal Gear Solid 2, man. It's all topsy-turvy. I guess time proved it right, ultimately, but...
I mean, like, not even speaking of any irony, there was some prescience to, like, what Kojima was talking about in terms of how information spreads and how information can be manipulated in a digital age.
Sure, but I think for me, it's like... And there is still some good character writing. I mean, the character writing in Metal Gear Solid is what... When I talk about narrative, I usually mean, like, character stuff. And I do love it in Metal Gear Solid 2. There's some, like, strong stuff for Jack, for Raiden, I should say. He gets fleshed out, and they make him a fully featured character in the course of that game. What you want to see. But Metal Gear Solid is just so fucking peak. Like, fleshing out Frank Yeager, Gray Fox, paying it off, giving him closure after, like, Metal Gear 2. Because, like, playing a Metal Gear Solid now, like, knowing about the events of Metal Gear 1 and 2, which, Japanese players would have had the benefit of if they had been legacy players. North American players would just have to read, like, the briefing section.
Yep. Yeah,
and sort of infer from that. I don't know. It's a strange franchise that's been through some strange turns in its time.
Pink poster behind me.
Why zoom in on it? We can just walk up to it.
So it's just going to zoom all the way.
Snake, it looks like they've installed some sort of color recognition system.
Can it be bypassed?
Doesn't look that way. I'd bet good money that using a shaft grenade in that area will set off all kinds of alarms. Indeed. Wait. I think I've got it. You can use your camouflage system.
Otacon, you told me earlier it wasn't full of security cameras. Which one is it? Go on.
It sets your outfit to a specific color.
Just like a uniform.
Exactly, Snake. Just like a uniform.
This doesn't quite have the Kojima touch, this dialogue.
High five, Snake. In this case, it looks like you need to be wearing a red uniform. Sample something red to get past the camera.
Break out your strawberries.
Nope. God damn it!
I get it though, because they say camera.
Nope, because you still have the camera equipped and that overrides the camouflage.
I hate it. Also, I just wish I could use the goddamn ration.
You still have the camouflage thing equipped.
Thank
in your
you.
inventory slot
Yes.
on the right.
God bless you for that
Oh,
one.
Ty Khmer in chat has a great question. So, when people are going crazy trying to piece together all the story and lore together, how often does this game come up?
Well, they haven't come out and said it's not canonical. It's just, not canonical, because why would it be? 'Cause
Yeah.
It's such a pointless, stupid
there's-
story.
There's Kojima's whole thing of just like, at some point he said, yeah, if I didn't direct it, it's not canon.
He did announce the game. He was the one who announced the game's
Yeah.
existence at that 20th anniversary event.
Yeah.
Also, I know we can make progress here. I know that's the way to go, but I didn't thoroughly explore these rooms.
Yeah. But, the thing is, because I bring that up because that statement he made essentially made Portable Ops non-canon, and some people in the fan base were not fans of that. So, there could be some fans out there that are like, oh no, actually this should have been part of the canon. This one plot hole this game fixes you never knew about, or some shit.
Well, I guess I should have expected that we couldn't open any of these doors. I guess I should have
Yeah.
expected that these would be. This game is fairly linear and whatnot. Fuck that, I'm not sticking to the wall this time. I'm just... There we go. Up we go. This is the right door, right? Right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Unequip the chafe grenade, re-equip the rations. I think I've said this before on the show, and certainly people have heard me say it if you've ever talked to me about Metal Gear, but, one of my favorite conversations, acting performances in a video game is, the Metal Gear Solid fucking Gray Fox, like telling you, like, you know, like tell Naomi that, like, you know, like I was a piece of shit and I killed their family, and like, you know, like don't, you know, go to bat for me. Like, and then Snake just like breaking that vow to tell Naomi that Gray Fox was like that he said that he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the entire world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body. Like, that whole scene is just like, that gives Snake so much depth. Like, to me, that is a Solid Snake I think of. Like, if I want to, like, you know, wax nostalgic and swoon over Kojima's character writing in this fucking franchise that I adore. Like, you know, I like to see the good in Snake. I like it when he does things that are like, some would say out of character, that are like, you know, that show his humanity. And that game is full of moments like that. Because, you know, it's his journey of like coming to realize that he still loves life and whatnot. Which is, you know, effectively the same story they tell in Metal Gear 2, but, you know, what is Metal Gear Solid 2 if not just a remake of Metal Gear 2? Again, weird franchise.
Oh, yeah. Because, yeah, Metal Gear 2, and then Metal Gear Solid is a kind of a remake of Metal Gear 2. And then Metal Gear Solid 2 is kind of a remake of Metal Gear Solid.
Circular. Hey, we're making progress, though.
And then Metal Gear Solid 4 has an entire chapter that's a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. Snake! How long do you think it'll take for you to get here?
This isn't an exact science, Doc. I'll be there as soon as I can.
It's just that I'm scared, Snake. Please hurry.
Snake, do you think she's really scared? Do you think she's Peter Pants? Or is she working against some sort of timetable?
Just frightened, I think. Although, she has gotten pretty pushy recently.
In the 5 minutes I've known her. Keep up your guard, Snake.
Oh no!
What is it?
Snake, security in my area has just been increased. I'm going to have to relocate to a safer location.
Are you
the
gonna be
safety level
okay?
just went up.
Are you gonna be okay, Doctor?
Snake, call me Victoria.
Are you going to be okay, Victoria?
I know my way around this place pretty well, Snake. I'll be fine, thank you. You'll be able to disable the security subsystem without me. Once you've done that, a back door can be opened into the network, giving you all the access to the base you need.
Snake, her name, her full name. Here's a clue to this whole thing right there. I just know it.
Victoria Reed.
Think about it. I'll let you know the game does like straight up tell you what it is at a certain point, and
Victory
once it does,
Road?
Yeah, that's referencing fucking New Japan Wrestling. Yeah. I wish I could just let me use the ration for fuck's sake. Nope, the only way we're gonna be able to use rations is if we get our asses knocked out. That's annoying. Maybe it's a problem with my bindings.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hey,
Oh, I get it.
Mhm.
No, I haven't picked it up yet.
No, I get it now. I won't spoil it.
Folks at home, if you think you know, post it in the chat. I'll give you a hint. It's probably the first thing you think of.
Well, the first thing I thought it was Victory Road. Then I thought about it a little harder, and I was like, oh.
Oh, hang on, Slime might have it. Her last name being Reed is a hint that she's literate.
You got it. Oh. Let's check out this room. Check under the tables.
Ah, the table room.
You know, you running around with the red, it's just reminding me of Mary Gear Santa. Mr.
Or should I
Duncan
say,
game.
oh.
It's Red Snake. You can't escape from this conversation. I'm shutting down the security system now. Once that's done, we should have full access to their Metal Gear data. Not to mention a lot more access to their surveillance systems. So about having more access.
Otacon, what's going on?
Snake, every single alarm in that place has just gone off.
I can hear that.
Yeah, listen to it. I'm switching you over to the doctor. She must know what's happened. That's your line. Snake, she's not responding. I knew that something about her wasn't quite right. She's deaf.
Maybe, but we have more pressing matters at hand. What do I do now? Those doors look pretty sturdy. Can you find me some other way out of here?
Snake, from what I can tell, those doors are reinforced solid steel. They're designed to stop high-impact explosions.
Solid, you say?
Hence the name. Doors.
Ugh.
Okay, I get your point. Don't take that language with me. Let's break the problem down. The entire section is currently locked down.
Check.
But the lockdown procedure seems to be the same, whether it's a security breach or an evacuation event.
Evacuation event.
That means people have to leave. A fire or gas leak. Something that requires clearing the whole place out. Why would you lock the doors So even when the facility is locked down, there has to be available routes up to the top floor. Warning, gas leak in the building. Stay where you are. Doors will be locked for your safety.
How wonderful. But that doesn't help me get out of this room.
There must be something we're not thinking of. Have a look around while I check the schematics.
I'm gonna hazard a guess. Oh,
Ah, a bug.
Ooh.
gotta postcard that. Oh,
Snake, someone's trying to access our codec frequency. Plus 10 bugs.
who?
I don't know yet. I can't pinpoint the origin.
Can you cut them off?
I'm trying, but the tech they're probing with is like nothing I've ever seen before. And I thought I'd seen everything. I'm going to scramble the frequencies. You're going to have to use the frequency tuning system again.
Ugh, not this fucking shit.
Open up your Nokia phone and check behind the battery. That seems to have slowed them down.
Otacon, have you got any idea what's going on?
Not yet, Snake.
Well, okay, call me back.
I think you have something incorrect in your weapon slot.
Oh, undoubtedly. No, I got nothing.
No,
It's good.
Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Snake, you've discovered standing up. I've got good news.
You found a way out.
Not quite. But when you shut down the security system, I did manage to insert a back door into their system.
This scene is so fucking stupid. Okay, I get it. Like, this is just trying to be like the gas room in Metal Gear Solid after you put in the PAL codes for Metal Gear and they try to gas you and Otacon has to bust the door down. But there's no stakes here.
Yeah,
nothing
nothing's
happened. There's no guards pouring into the room. The alert music isn't playing.
Oh, see, I thought it was more trying to, because each game kind of has like a imprisonment bit, and that's what they were doing.
Otacon, maybe you just shouldn't hang up next time you're done with your sentence. And it's giving me near total access to their system.
So you can open these doors.
No, but I can look at their surveillance feeds. Hey, there you are. And I've upgraded your keycard to level 3.
So I am still stuck here.
For now, yes.
Folks.
Snake, hold your Nokia phone up to your arm.
Go get the thing under the table.
It's a ration.
Oh,
I'm
you
already full up on rations, yeah.
Oh, okay. I would like to make codec call 2.
Ugh!
Snake, they've sent a guard to check on you. But he's not dressed like the other ones. I don't understand why they change. Unless...
Hello, Snake.
You sound
nope.
different. All right, do a different voice.
Time for me to make a confession, Snake.
I don't work at this facility. In fact, Snake, I'm not even real.
Veronica Reed, VR. That's what it was.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm a VR construct designed to elicit the trust of and seduce male operatives.
You should just do your Liquid Snake voice for this, honestly.
Yeah, do your Liquid Snake voice.
Alright.
Do this line again.
Alright. Oh. I'm a VR construct designed to elicit the trust of and seduce male operatives.
I knew it!
Shut up, Otacon.
And now, to introduce you to my master.
Fuck. Now we have a fourth character we have to deal with.
Sid.
Sid, pick up, Sid. Let me see what I got in here. A pleasure to meet you. Likewise, I'm sure. How droll. Unlike you, Snake, my time is short. I'll make this quick. Oh, thank God.
Snake, I've isolated his frequency. The only data passing between you is voice data. You can now speak freely with the commander without revealing your location.
What does it fucking matter? They know where I am. They have security cameras. I'm in the room. They set the guard to check. Whatever.
Well, you know.
Who I am is unimportant. The only thing you need to know is that I am going to remove the Metal Gear technology from this facility. You have no idea what you're about to unleash. It's bad enough that countries have access to this technology, let alone terrorist groups. My employer is no terrorist. And you? Touché. Call us what you like, but we couldn't have done this without your help. You were lured here by a computer program, playing the part of a damsel in distress, who got you to shut down the security system, letting us walk right through the front door. So this is all planned from the beginning. That is correct. Even as we speak, my team is sweeping through the base, eliminating existing security and locking down the facility. And this is meant to scare me? No, Snake. I'm merely informing you of the situation. You will remain perfectly safe so long as you stay in your current location. The guard is there for your protection. I'll be in touch.
Are you gonna do as he says?
No, let's get out of here now. Well, you heard the man. You heard the Snake.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Yep.
Oh, never mind.
Snake, the commander said that the guard is there for your own protection.
So,
if you're nowhere to be seen, he'll have to come in and check the room.
gotcha.
Close your eyes and make yourself invisible. If you can't see him, he can't
Yeah.
see you.
You can either go under the table, or I assume the camo system.
This works fine for me, but we gotta wait for him to come around. So wow, what a twist, huh? I can't believe that Victoria Reed would...
Yeah, see, I was overthinking it.
Slime Generator says the Victoria Reed character has been graduated.
Oh no.
What's he doing under that desk? Are you okay? Why are you under a desk?
Did he drop a contact lens? Here, let me help you look for it.
Must have been my imagination. I'm here to protect you.
Oh no. I didn't
Alright, so
have the
where's the
rations
save?
equipped. Ah!
So I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Seems like a good time.
Just let me use the ration, please.
We must be missing something.
No, fuck. Fuck. Down is up and up is down, by the way, in this menu.
Yeah, I think that made a little bit more sense in the console games, but yeah, it's a bit weird here.
Skip.
Yeah, at least I got the full skip. Back in the day, you had to mash your way through these codec things if you were replaying them. It was a pain. Yeah, I don't know why I was like overthinking the name Victoria Reed, and I was trying to think like, oh, is it some like Latin
No. Idea Works, not as clever a writers as Kojima, believe it or not. Oh, I didn't get it in one. Come on. There we go. There's a little bit of English you gotta put on it. I gotta get this bug again, too, while I'm at it. I mean, God forbid, no bug left behind. And then make sure to put the ration back on. So close, but yet so far.
Yeah. It's a minor thing, but it does really bother me there's only been like 2 songs in this game so far.
Well, audio is one of the hardest. I mean, I guess it's not sample. I guess it is MIDI, so... Or not MIDI.
Yeah.
Whatever is sequencing software.
Yeah, yeah. Like digitized samples.
But yeah, I was always going to be thinking, especially because, you know, most people who are playing games handheld don't get to listen to the audio in the first place, especially on cell phones.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I get them not giving as much of a shit.
Just in particular, the Metal Gear Solid 1 soundtrack, you know, that synthesized sample stuff does such a good job of making a lot of different songs out of clearly the same group of samples.
Thank God. Okay. Now there is lock on here, mercifully.
Okay, so that's not Johnny Sasaki, because that guy's dead now.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's affiliated with this event. Okay, we have security keycard level 3. It's not good enough for that door. But maybe one of the doors on this floor. Maybe the one to the left.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. All these, you know, blast doors is just to railroad you into a different way now, so you can't backtrack and get lost.
Sharky? Oh, well. I'll try this. Snake! They're killing them all! Who's killing who? The terrorists, mercenaries, whoever they are. They're systematically going through the base, slaughtering everyone in sight. Aren't the guards putting up any resistance? No, with the security system down, all of their attention was focused on you. The terrorists breezed right through the front door and moved through the base, eliminating any resistance along the way.
It was real cool. There was a huge action scene. You should have seen it. Oh, well. An infiltration that took you over an hour took them 5 minutes. Snake, get to the upper levels. We can assess the situation from there.
But again,
See,
these guys are way more efficient than you, so...
I was hoping that when you said Charky, you would have gone, Charky? Charky!
I'm not funny, so I don't got it in me. Equipment store. Gee, I sure hope it sells equipment. Spartan inventory so far, I must say. I guess that's not a shocker. I guess we're still in the tutorial phase of this game, an hour in. Yeah, this is gonna be a 2-parter, isn't it? Whoopsies on that one. Hey, remember Metal Gear Solid 2? Do you remember the tripwires and the bombs and the...
Snake, you're back in the top section of the facility.
Something seems a little different.
You're right, Snake. The terrorists have placed laser-triggered explosives all over the upper floors.
Guess they don't want anyone following their tracks.
No, they most definitely don't. Trip one of those traps, and the resulting explosion will bring the room down on top of you.
How do I neutralize them?
Each one will have a control box near it. They should have a big white light on them. Shouldn't be too hard to spot. Shoot the control box with your SOCOM to disable the lasers. Be careful not to shoot anything else, though. You don't want to accidentally trip the charge. Where are we, by the way?
Top floor.
No, I mean...
I know what you mean, but I don't think you're gonna get a satisfactory answer. Hey, look, first-person aiming. Wait, that's the bomb.
Yeah.
Yes, good thing you missed.
Ay, ay, ay.
Whoops.
Did they establish at all, like, where in the world we're supposed to be? or like even what sort of structure we're in.
Yeah, they've been quite vague on that. It's a facility.
I gotta step back.
Because, I'm thinking so much about Metal Gear Solid 2. In my head, I was kind of thinking we're on a tanker, but like, no, we're not.
No, I think they're specifically non-specific, so they didn't have to think too hard about it.
We are in a bunch of locations that feel like bits and rooms
From the tanker in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a bit of the plan as well, yeah.
Delink.
We're still wearing red, I see.
Yeah. You have the power to change that anytime you want.
Yeah, but I don't think the camo index is really important. I think all it does is just affect the cone. Yeah.
Just for variety's sake, really.
Speaking
there
of
we go. I was
variety.
right.
Otacon, there's a camera on the wall that wasn't there before. Looks like a new Sentry camera model.
I'll just check the weapons database. I've got a suspicion, but I need to check.
Take your time. It's not like we're on a deadline here. Hey, check your email while you're at it. Hell.
Snake, are you being sarcastic? You do know that sarcasm is seen as the basest form of humor, right, Cassidy? Okay, finish my search. You were right, Snake. It's the new quick deployment model.
Quick deployments.
Velcro. Setting them up is easy. The terrorists just bolt them to the wall. The rest is automatic. Those guns will fire on anyone entering their field of view.
What about the terrorists?
Yeah, they're fucked. This model comes with a number of small radio frequency transmitters. Anyone wearing them will be ignored by the camera.
All right, so it's Ludacorpse. Got it. Just take the little security radio off of them. Can you duplicate the signal?
Unfortunately not. You're gonna have to use the old-fashioned way. Sneaking.
Same way as surveillance cameras. Oh, we haven't made fun of that yet. We gotta get to that after this call.
The same way. Portable cameras with guns. What do they think of next?
A cell phone that can
Cars?
play video games? We are back to the beginning of the game, by the way, in case you come around full circle. Oh. Little bug fella. Oh, come
Gotta crouch.
on. Son of a bitch. God damn. Okay.
Or move, yeah, one or the other.
It's really broad shoulders and built out chest. He can't look down that far.
There was that extra mission in Ground Zeroes that I thought was kind of cute, where I forget which version of the game it was because it was like console specific, but you had to go around the map and find the logos of all the spin-off Metal Gear games to take photos of them.
Oh, yeah, that was cute.
Yeah. I believe they brought both missions to all platforms at some point later.
I'm trying to remember if we backtrack, if there was like a level 2 or 3 door that we...
Like way earlier, like towards the beginning of the game, there was a door that Otacon was like, I can't get you level 3 right now.
Died as he lived. Fuck in a box.
Died as he lived as a GoldenEye 64 character model.
I do like the touch, though, of bringing all the bodies in.
I've been thinking, like, off and on for the past year that I kind of want to replay the Metal Gear 5 suite of games. Duology, I guess. Trilogy if you count Survive, but I don't have that yet.
Oh, this was the very beginning of the game. Okay.
Yeah.
So we go back to forward progress again.
I do think about replaying 5. It's just, there's so much content, all that grinding, the recruiting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, but if I start replaying that, that's a big investment.
Mm-hmm.
And just like load up my old save and just doing the missions fully leveled up would not be that interesting.
No, probably not. I don't know if I can ever replay that game again. I mean, the answer is no. The answer is probably no. Probably never going to play it again. I got what I needed out of it.
Like, the last time I played it was... Uh-oh.
I didn't have the ration equipped.
Nope. The last time I played it was, like, at launch. So it's been long enough that it'll probably feel fresh enough to me now.
I don't think it matters, ultimately, that I set off the alarm. I don't think they're sending any terrorists through here.
Oh, thank you, Minnie. The cat's joining in on the stream again.
Let's just use the chip.
Main Dog says, wait, a mobile version? What the fuck? Yep.
We're playing the
this
Nokia
is the-
2.0 version specifically. A Nokia N-Gage 2.0 version. Those are the version that would have been available on Nokia phones in around 2008. But originally was a Japanese feature phone game.
And it is also specifically a game between Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. Not canon. They ask, but how does it feel to play?
You know, not great. Like, the more hands-on I have with this and the more, like, errors I've run into as far as, like, wrong inputs due to, like, the limited controls and some of the situations they put you in. The things
Also,
that you're
not
missing.
knowing when you have something equipped or not, and pulling up the camo thing when you're trying to punch someone.
Yeah, it definitely has its share of bugbears. But, you know, for what
I'm
this
gonna go
is,
ahead-
for the platform... Yeah,
While
it's-
you're standing here, I have a guess that you might need that color on that wall right there for your camo in the near future.
if you say so.
I was paying attention to all those posters on the wall, and when they did that first one, I was like, that's probably why they have them up in certain areas.
I think it's also just for variety and because the developers at IdeaWorks saw the posters, the lady posters in Metal Gear Solid 2 and said, we can do that. SOCOM ammo. I was hoping for a SOCOM suppressor for coming out all this way, but I guess, no. Do you think they'll give it to me eventually? They have to, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, but
All right, we've
Well, in some of the later games, they really hide
in terms of the
where they are.
controls and stuff, Tiger Chimera says you also have to factor in that you'd be using an old mobile phone D-pad thing instead of a keyboard D-pad, so the button feel would be even worse.
No, absolutely. Like, you know, I'm playing this with a controller. I mapped all the buttons to controller best as I could, so I'm definitely getting some advantages here. You know, modern
Yes.
operating system, running it in a window, all these things that make it way more accessible than... Or would it? I mean, I guess that's the question. You know, this is still pretty cumbersome to load it at the very least.
To answer another question from chat and to recap from the top of the show, Kojima promoted this game when it came out. He's the one who announced it, but he did not work on it.
I wish you could just
No,
shoot
you're
the
gonna need to-
cameras. Yeah, I know.
You need
I
to
know.
just
Yeah, I'm guessing, you know, if whenever we do get credits, it's probably gonna be like executive producer role at the most.
Okay, there we go. Ah, cinema.
I feel a codec call coming.
Trust your instincts as a gamer, Sharky.
Snake, we've got a problem up ahead.
Great.
The lockdown has activated some additional security systems.
This just keeps getting better.
It looks like another color recognition system. With a twist. This system's been connected to a number of Sentry cameras.
The quick deployment models.
No, these are definitely the older versions.
So I sampled the wrong color and they opened fire.
That's right, Snake. You're going to have to sample a green similar to the original guards' uniforms. You can do this using your phone camera. Or by sampling something from the game world.
Calling it the game world. We're kind of giving it away, aren't we? Sample something green. Got it. Are there gonna be any
Alright,
dead
so it's
guards in
green,
this
not
room?
orange.
Yes, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if I can... There we
There you
go.
go.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what think there's like a chibi robo game on 3DS that was also heavily built around using the camera to take photos of things.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it,
yes.
but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Not Zipwire, but the other
No.
one.
Carmen in chat says, Magic Meow says, boy, they really like this camo sampling gimmick. I mean, this is the second time we're having to use it. I think ultimately, like, this is fine. The fact that you can do it in-game and not have to use the camera, you know, it's something. I wouldn't be mad about this. It's not super tedious in the ways that it absolutely could have been if you were having to switch camo between every fucking, like, location, every fucking room, which, you know, you're compelled to do to some extent in, you know, a Metal Gear Solid 3. If we're being honest, that the camo index, as much as I love it, as fun as it is, and as much as I like playing dress up with it, ultimately it's like tedium at a certain point.
Snake, I managed to access some of the higher functions of the security system. The lockdown should be lifting right about now.
You know what, Johnny? Dust off Liquid Snake voice and voice this guy.
All right. Tell your little friend to get his fingers out of my business.
Why not tell him yourself?
Dot, dot, dot.
Nice one, Snake. That really rattled him. I think, you know what? Actually, I wasn't even looking at the screen when I said you really rattled him. So now I look back and it's like, I think we really rattled his nerves.
You are so in tune with this game's version of Otacon. It's uncanny.
Wait a minute. She said her name was Dr. V. Reed. Oh my, it can't be.
What?
It was right in front of me. Her name.
Dino Gem awarded.
The initials. VR. Virtual reality.
That's worse than one of your jokes.
I know, it's terrible. Anyway. I just... Anywho. I just spoofed one of the security cameras in the previous area. They think you're 5 rooms back.
Nice work.
You should have a clear entry point into the next section. Good luck, Snake. Give him hell.
Revelations.
He's just got a recording of you running in circles in a previous room. I was like, oh yeah, that's Snake.
Snake, I missed you. Snake, from the radio chatter I've intercepted, it seems the terrorists are making their way to the lowest floor of the facility.
You can listen to their conversations?
Only a fraction of them. I'm only using a fraction of my power. But I can access the remaining guards' frequencies.
Remaining?
That's what I was trying to tell you. The guards that were in the basement reported intruders. But they were cut off midway through a transmission. They're all gone, Snake. Dead. Why not just walk away? Is this really our fight?
They pulled the wool over our eyes, Otacon. And whatever's really happening here, I'm putting an end to it. Now.
Okay, Snake. The observation area contains the only node that will allow me to upgrade your car key. Why is that word? Your card key to level 4. No one says that.
You want to say key card, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you have a level 4 card key, you can enter the lower floors. The facility's Metal Gear prototype must be down there somewhere.
Do we know if it's operational yet?
The systems containing the Metal Gear data are still heavily protected. But I should be able to access them eventually.
After a minigame or two. Keep at it. I'll find the observation area. Okay. Nope, that door still won't work. What a shame. So, you know, the game is starting to become more like a game now. We're getting less... I think they've introduced all the mechanics that they're going to be able to introduce. Barring, like, you know, if we get the Nikita missile launcher, they'll probably have to explain how to steer that. Our past shapes us, makes us who we are. Without it, we are nothing. Use your past, Snake. It will be your salvation. Okay, if he says so.
Never give up. Trust your instincts. Follow me, Fox.
I wish I could lean around the corner and shoot. I could just do this, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Which ultimately works, which gets us to where I need to be. Not the most... I was going to say not the most complex stealth, but, you know, it's good enough to thwart me, I guess, when I get absolutely fucking careless and just walk directly into line of sight. You know, what are the actual consequences? I could just go to another room, and I think the alarm ends immediately.
Snake, the observation area is just northeast of here. Keep heading north until you reach the central corridor.
Otacon, the game is linear. It doesn't matter. I don't need to hear this.
Contact me again when you enter the corridor, and I'll direct you from there. No, when you get there, Snake.
Otacon, I miss you too. All right, serious question here. Serious question about Metal Gear and the lore and whatnot. Snake and Otacon, they're gay, right? Like, that's canonical, that they're just, like, life partners?
Snake is ace, Otacon's gay.
Well, I mean, Otacon's bi, if anything. I mean, he still tries to put the moves on.
I mean, it's this weird thing where they'd be like, oh, our love is so much deeper and beyond the physical realm that we don't do anything.
I still think Snake is ace, and he only hits on women because, like, he's just trying to, like, blend in. He's trying to, like, not... Snake!
Yeah, I could buy that.
This door leads to the security control room. To get to the observation area, it's easiest to use the northeast door.
You know, that does line up with what Psycho Mantis says about Snake not having, like, the desire to reproduce that most humans
No, I mean,
has.
he can't because he was...
Oh, yeah, but he doesn't even seem to desire it.
I know we're meant to go one way, but... Oh, I see. This loops back around to here specifically. Okay. I wanted to connect the dots. I wanted to see what goes where. Luckily, he's still sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
You ever think about how Snake was part of a program called the Shitty Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The terrible children. Just awful.
I'll say though,
kids.
you know, for this platform, you know, it's got some of the old Metal Gear Solid 1, you know, rooms reset when you leave in, but not entirely, because it remembered that guy was sleeping there.
Yeah, there's some sort of timer, some sort of something or other. Have we been through here before?
Dun, dun.
Yeah. I mean, legit in some of the Metal Gear Solid games, that tactic does
shit.
work. Ah, yeah, they tricked you. Do you still have your rations equipped?
Doesn't matter now.
I don't know, but this is worth checking.
Oh, I just realized I'm using my real gun. Pick up a wheel gun. Is this the right way? It's hard to tell. They don't give you a map in this game. No, I think this way circles back around, right? You know what? I'm actually going to use the codec. Maybe he'll continue to steer us.
You know how to camouflage yourself, Snake?
Oh, that's because that's right. This was the security camera that we needed to first learn how to bypass using the camo color system and whatnot. Okay, level 3 door. This is new because we didn't have level 3 the first time we were through here, so.
You know, the music complaint in that one review is making more and more sense as time goes on.
Yeah. Maybe they were cooking. Maybe they were onto something.
Wonder what color you're gonna need to use. Otacon, do you have any ideas? This is the same system as before, Snake. This time, you've got to sample something khaki.
Khaki.
It's a lighter shade of brown.
I know what color khaki is.
It's a light shade of brown, by the way. The terrorists are wearing it. If you're having trouble remembering what khaki is, remember, it's a lighter shade of brown.
Okay.
I guess theoretically, if you wanted to speedrun this game, you would do it on real hardware with the camera and have every color you need in the game right in front of you.
Oh yeah, it's a bunch of swatches with the colors on them. Yeah.
I'm feeling
No, I'm a god.
khaki. Alright, level 4 door there. Alright, this better fucking work.
It's always funny, some of those real hardware speed running gimmicks, like Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, where your ability to swap the discs affects your time.
Snake, I've made some progress, but it's still too dangerous to reveal my true identity. In the meantime, I've been able to make some subtle changes. They should help you to cut through the fog of deceit around you.
Apparently, the emulated version of this game is a faster speedrun than the real hardware version, which is very surprising that there are clocked real hardware speedruns of this game.
Where there's a will, there's a way. I tell you what. Oh, I think this would be the terminal.
Yeah, if it's low times, then there you go.
That'll teach you to hand our frequencies over to every girl you meet.
No, say it upside down. Thank you.
Otacon, are you okay? I was just...
I'm fine, Snake. Please try to focus. This is important. It's important that you remember what color khaki is. I can't transfer the upgrade data to your nanomachines until I know it can't be intercepted. I'm going to have to use some very strong encryption to stop them this time.
Frequency tuning time again, huh?
That's right, Snake. Scrambling now.
It's slightly harder now. So you know they're going to make the minigame slightly more difficult.
Oh, there you go, yep. Satai Chimera says, the in-game time record for both real and emulated are the same, no. So yeah, it is just a loading time difference.
15 minutes and 54 seconds. I guess if you skip all of the dialogue, that does cut a lot to this game.
There we go.
Congrats, you collected every number. I've upgraded your keycard security level to 4. You should have full access to the base now.
Except for those level 7 doors that I saw. I mean,
Have you been able to access any Metal Gear information yet?
Nothing exciting, though. Dr. Reed told me that this facility isn't even close to completing its Metal Gear. Remember, the person who doesn't exist?
And you think we should believe what that thing told us?
Yeah, you're probably right. Hang on, I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna try and forget that she was fake and believe that she was real. Okay, if I use the password data we got from Dr. Reed and combine it with the extra log information that I got when we shut down the security net, I should be able to repath the primary routing table and...
Just do whatever it is you're gonna do, alright?
Okay, here goes. Oh my.
What now?
You need to see this for yourself. I'll try to pass you through to the big screen.
Yeah.
the big six. Remember when big screens were just a bunch of CRTs put next to each other with all the bezels and shit in between?
Yeah. Nothing better.
Alright, Otacon, what are we looking at here? I mean, this is...
It's looking metally. I'm seeing some gears.
They are really trying with the cutscenes, as much as they're not able to handle
Animations in
interesting
them,
music
or camera
yeah,
angles.
at least the camera.
or...
You know, they're trying to do some of the stuff Metal Gear Solid 1 was doing.
Yeah, you can tell how these ideas works, folks. We're definitely they took in ideas from the original games.
It turns out ideas works.
Can you believe this shit, folks?
Snake, it looks like they've got a fully functional Metal Gear Rex down there.
I thought you said this place wasn't fully up and running yet.
I did. Well, that's what Dr. Reed told me.
Perhaps we should stop relying on what Dr. Reed told us. Last I checked, she's not even real.
This whole situation just got a lot more dangerous. Why not pull out while you still can?
I can't do that, Otacon. We're getting paid for this. And besides, if that lunatic gets his hands on a fully functional Metal Gear, who knows how much damage he can do? These guys duped us into giving them access to this place. They're gonna cut out of here with a fully operational Metal Gear Rex. This isn't an intelligence gathering mission anymore. I've got to stop them. The only way to do that is to get down there and end this.
Alright, but I'm gonna call you again and suggest that you leave. Okay, you should probably leave. Now that the card key has been upgraded, you should check out the armory again. I'm sure you'll have access to some more of the facility's advanced weaponry. Look out for a shortcut in the central corridor.
Alright, that'll be great once I know what the central corridor is. What that corresponds to.
Bleep, bleep. Hey, Snake, I really think you should quit, actually. I think it'd be very cool if you pulled out... How did my picture turn upside down again? That's weird. Okay, so... Ignore that.
Did they fix these lasers?
I mean, I think I've fucking figured out what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
I also like, because of you know, the color lack of color depth in converting the images for the codecs. Otacon looks like he's got like lizard eyes that are really far apart.
That's how you can tell it's a twist. He's a lizard person.
Is that a security camera up there? Yes, it is. God bless Chafe. Or is it Chaff? I guess chafing.
Chaff.
Yeah. Been through this door before, I don't think. Yep, there's the armory. I somehow found my way back to where we needed to go. Don't mind me, I'm just a little bit of a god gamer over here. Just kind of goated with the sauce, etc., etc., etc.
What were you saying about goat sauce?
Not even intentional.
Hop along, Cassidy!
Thanks, chat. I know if anyone's gonna not have my back, it's you. All right.
They really
Nope,
did not
right.
put these
Left.
yeah. They did not put the receivers in
Cold, warm,
hard
cold,
to
warm,
reach
hot.
place.
Nikita.
Dun 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 dun.
And
What was
I
that?
wonder
Get what
Top shot.
first?
The FAMAS.
Oh well, you got it.
Merry FAMAS, everybody!
Feliz Famas. Feliz Famas. Now which way do we go?
Well, that's leaving. I thought the game froze or something.
Get to the Metal Gear hangar. Oh, sorry. Okay, so
Get to the
how do I
Metal
get to the
Gear
Metal? Oh, you know what? The elevator. Doy. Okay, I know where we're going. I have an idea of where we're going at the very least. Maybe we'll destroy Metal Gear. Maybe we'll finish this in one episode after all. Maybe this game really is just that short. Then there's still the VR missions to do, I guess, but I don't think we need to do the VR mission. I think those are just for funsies.
It's just because of the, you know, the way this game's rendered and the limited colors, but from certain angles, Snake's hair just looks like he's wearing a do-rag. It's like his hair's like it's such a darker color, like especially top down here. Just like, oh yeah, do-rag.
This really is like, for its time, you know, knowing that this was just trying to do like a mobile phone version, the relatively minimal ambition that comes with a game of this sort at this time, it is still doing like a fair bit, right? Like, you know, it
But I can also see,
even if the narrative is weak, even if it's very linear and there's not, you know, like half the game is spent backtracking through areas that have been like slightly changed up so they can like save on storage space and whatnot. Like, I'm still standing by my early statement that this hits up enough of the notes.
Yeah.
I can still see why someone who went into this kind of like expecting, I could see someone going to this expecting more though and being disappointed. Looks like you're going the right way, Snake.
What do you mean?
Well, the enemy obviously doesn't want you going this way.
It looks like they've separated the control boxes from the laser triggers again.
They must be in the next room somewhere. You could destroy them using a Nikita missile. You should be able to steer one through the air vent and into that main section of that room. Remember when you did that before?
Aha. And yeah, even the fact they're doing this kind of camera work to point out where things are on a mobile platform in 3D.
I'm sticking with IdeaWorks were competent hands and
yeah. I think this is impressive, especially for the time period.
Yeah. And it's funny because I think a lot of that stuff, you know, reusing areas and limited things, you could say about Portable Ops as well. If anything, I think Portable Ops maybe has it worse because it was a more capable gaming system, and it is just like a handful of maps, and this, you know, like there's more story, quote unquote, but it's really throwaway and doesn't make a lot of sense when you actually pay attention. And it's all done with the, you know, the motion comics and all that. Also, I just hate the way that game controls. It controls so strange.
I need to step away again for a moment, so hopefully this lasts for a few seconds before I need to talk as Otacon.
Yeah,
this
turning radius on this is not great.
So, see, this section is a reference to Metal Gear Snake's Revenge, where you have to destroy Metal Gear by shooting, like, straight up 30 Nikita missiles in a row. So, just, you know, they were inspired by how much of a waste of fucking time that was. To make you have to do this multiple times. They could have just been one and done. 2 tops. But I think I counted, like, what, was it 4 in this room?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they were just really impressed with themselves that they managed to do this, and they're like, well,
yeah,
might as well make the most of it. Fuck.
Yeah, it would be nice if they had like multiple entrances in the room, like
there was another vent
section in 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
that turning radius really bothers me.
Yeah, no, as it should. Trying to see if there's a second vent I can shoot through. I know the answer is no, even though there is another vent in the room I saw next to the first one we blew up, but... Come on now.
Just because the line at the bottom implies that you're not using the full range of movement. It's like, this is a digital input system. What do you mean?
Okay, wait, hold on. Can I see us? I sure can.
Yeah.
In case you ever wonder what Solid Snake looks like. Oh, there's gonna be a spider in this room too? This room has everything. Wish I was in there.
Oh, is that number ticking down? Oh no, it went back up. Yeah, they're also being generous. It looks like you don't have like fuse timer.
Oh, thank God. Guess I'll do my inferior Otacon voice in a second. All of the control boxes have been destroyed. You should be able to get through the door now.
Great!
Be careful, Snake. From what I can gather, no one has ever made it this far.
Who is this, and where are you getting your information? Oh, hon, I gotta do it. Say it upside down. Anyway, you're free to pass through the door. Hurry. Do you get it? Do you get the twist? Do you see what they're going for here? Because I sure as hell don't. I'm confused. Why is Otacon all acting weird? This is not the Otacon I know.
Ding, ding. Snake, I'm trying to cut out some coupons, but I can't find my stuff. I need scissors. You happen to have any?
I'm doing a crossword. Harakiri is what they call it, right? 8-letter word. Oops. I didn't mean to... I meant to do this. Where's my Nikita? Oh, there's my Nikita. I want to see where this vent goes.
That's the name of my upcoming children's color, picture book. Where's my Nikita?
Where are my lasers at? Is there another thing in there? I would assume that it would camera cut if there was.
Yeah.
By the way, there is a meter for the Nikita missile if you look at the top left.
Oh, it is there, yeah.
There is
It
a
is
fuse
generous,
timer,
though,
but it's
especially compared
generous. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was going to be the new Rex Viper classic parody song. My Nikita.
Thank you, Chucky, for that joke. You can't all be winners, folks.
I mean, look, if this game is going to comment that their whole Victoria Reed VR pun was terrible and still have it in the game, we'll sing to that level. It's that ninja.
I made a tequila joke with Nikita earlier, and that one got a pop, and my Nikita doesn't. Come on. I'm not saying my Nikita's better, but they're at least comparable.
They're trying so hard. I love it.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard to make this joke work.
That's not supposed to be the guy on the codec, is it?
Yep. Yeah, that is, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in my head, he's like a Ryu Hayabusa looking ninja, but no. That's my headcanon.
I'm close, Otacon. I just saw him.
In the flesh?
In the flesh.
Wow, two,
High five.
Two
You're
Pink
definitely
Floyd
on the-
references in a row there.
You're definitely on the right track, Snake. But Metal Gear Hangar is just a few rooms away. Judging from the radio chatter I'm picking up, it doesn't look like you've got very long until they leave.
Okay, so
God, I could.
came
So
from
many
this
rooms in this game feel like a quarter of room. You know, like, oh, here's a quarter of that room where you see Vamp for the first time in Metal Gear Solid 2. It's like it's not the whole room; it's just a tiny section of it.
Nope,
Huh?
hold on.
Oh yeah, that's just the. Oh, they shut the door. Yeah.
Looks like they disabled the door. We gotta find another one. Ow! Little bullet to my head. Never hurt anybody.
The old storeroom. Not like those new
The
storerooms they have
old
nowadays.
storeroom.
With all their fancy canned goods and whatnot. Thank God you can just mount stuff in this. Thank God you can just climb up and...
Yep.
Wait, hold on.
Do you need
I don't-
C4?
Yeah, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking either use the Nikita or the C4. But I think the C4 is probably what they intended, probably in the spirit of the thing. Alright, you can't... Oh.
Set your timer. How long? Yeah, how long do you want to wait? That's cute.
I was expecting you to drop dead.
Yeah. Huh?
Delayed reaction there, I see.
The blue smoke feels like.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, there's even a camera blur effect happening, too.
Otacon, everything around me just changed into some sort of 3D image, like being a computer game.
Mission parameters have been exceeded. Simulation entering untested areas.
What?
Huh? I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. Something about entering untested areas.
You must be mistaken.
Otacon, what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong with your face?
That's not a very nice thing to say, Snake. I happen to think I look just fine. The signal must be slightly corrupted. I'll look into it.
He's lying to you, Snake.
What voice would go for this?
Go back to her old
Snake,
voice
don't
first.
you think it's
I'll do
time for a break?
Turn off the phone, Snake. Now.
Is the fog clearing, Snake? Your friend is not who he seems. Man, this is all way over my head. I can't tell what they're trying to homage here. I don't know what they're going for.
Okay, so this coming out immediately after, what Metal, not immediately after, but having so much Metal Gear Solid 2 stuff in it.
But it's
makes
post Metal
this
Gear Solid
too
3.
obvious on the nose, yeah. But that little touch of like the world physically breaking in front of you is something
That
I
was
wanted
neat.
to
Like,
see.
as we walked
Yeah.
into that room, that was a cool idea, effect.
That's like headcanon stuff that I was thinking of for Metal Gear Solid, like in the 2000s. It was like, oh, what if there's a game where you are like trapped in VR, and then like, because the series did love to do like the meta. Like when Snake has memories,
By the way,
they look like PS1
before,
games and stuff.
before you go all the way back, did you try looking past the lasers to see if there was
good
another
point.
thing to shoot?
Good point.
Okay, Johnny, go ahead.
Oh no, that's the main point. Is just in the Metal Gear series, the past is like lower fidelity. If you go by Metal Gear Solid 4 logic, but like, oh no, that's what Metal Gear Solid 1 looks like to Snake.
Fuzzy memories.
Touch fuzzy, get dizzy.
Hey,
Hell
Snake.
yeah. Oh yeah, this is just that shooting bit in the bottom of the tanker.
Snake, you're sealed in. The only way out is to eliminate the 2 terrorists.
You don't necessarily have to kill them, though. Wish you two would make up your minds.
Huh?
Never mind.
It's a moral choice.
I don't know how. If we could somehow integrate that your avatar is suddenly upside down technology into our stream Fugi avatars.
I kind
Oh, it's just like if it's on the fly, like it's a reaction image.
yeah, reactive, possibly.
All right, we have this area here. I can take the elevator there, I'm sure. But I want to see what's the other way first. I just want to see what's up the stairs.
Nothing?
Oh, nothing. Oh, I thought that was a staircase.
Yeah, it's not stairs. Again, it's me, the look at the mini map person.
I mean, I'm looking. It's just I thought there was a door there. I don't know. I misread it. Oh, that is not a smooth animation for that elevator.
It's time you learn the truth.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
You were captured, drugged, and placed in a simulation to be monitored. I've been trying to access the simulation remotely ever since I managed to locate you.
But who are you?
Huh.
I don't understand. I've been talking to you for...
That isn't me, Snake. It's a fake. Ask him what I did the first time I met you.
Otacon, what did you do the first time I met you, back at Shadow Moses?
Pardon?
You remember, don't you, when you were hiding in that locker?
I peed my pants, Snake.
That's
I
right.
peed him real good.
You did. Glad you've kicked that habit. I'm starting to come back to me now.
I was addicted to pissing myself.
That's because you've been in the simulation long enough for the drugs to start wearing off.
So, none of this is real.
Real enough, Snake. You die in here, and your heart stops. For real. You
Hell
die in the
yeah.
game, you die in real life.
Who did this to me?
I don't know. It took all of my technical know-how just to hack this system. It's the most advanced AI technology I've ever seen. Did I sound cool when I had a deep voice, though? Whoever it is, I'm guessing they've got near unlimited resources.
So what do we do?
You've got to carry on. Beat the simulation, Snake. Get the high score. I'll carry on from here. Try to break out of here.
And how do I know it's really you?
You don't. But I've disconnected the other me from your codec. I'll keep you up to date with my progress. Metal Gear.
I'll say some of the dialogue there was a bit confusing because of not having voices to carry that stuff.
You're gonna have to eat muck
Oh,
tuck with
hey.
this guy.
We got a third song though.
All right, boss fight. It's almost like a real video game now.
Yeah,
It's almost like
yeah.
a real Metal
Where'd
Gear.
he go?
Wow,
Maybe
might
he's
be the
over
most
there.
most overpowered invincibility frames I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's still going, isn't he? I notice he also has a stamina bar, so theoretically you could trank him.
Yeah. And they said no replay value.
Snake, we've had a breakthrough.
I'm a little busy at the moment.
This is important, Snake. I've managed to access one of the simulation's main control systems.
So you can shut it off.
Almost. I uploaded a virus that should corrupt it enough to force a reboot. It just reboots your entire phone in real life.
Should.
Well, I didn't exactly have time to test it, but in theory it should work perfectly. One last thing, Snake.
Shoot.
Yeah, that's what you should probably do against that boss. The commander is especially vulnerable toward Nikita missiles when his gun jams. Find a good vantage point from which to fire. Someplace up high.
That gun takes quite a while to jam. Any way you can speed things up?
I can't, but dropping a chaff grenade should disrupt the electronic components. And cause it to freeze up a little faster.
Oh, keep it in mind.
Keep fighting, Snake. You're nearly there.
All right. Well, you heard him. We're nearly there, so let's...
It also wants you to get to, like, a higher place, right?
Yeah, first let me find...
Shoot right into that box.
Fuck.
Yeah, and he's jammed.
Okay.
Can you? No, you have no vertical control of... Yeah, that's right. So you want you to get up there, I guess.
Do I have time? No.
Nope.
Ah.
I think this is the final boss. I think we've reached the end already.
You could use the chaff right now to... Well, now he's in his invincibility thing, so...
Oh. Ah, we got a bit of it again.
Oh shit,
he
he's
can break
destructing
these
it.
things.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's on invincible. Chaff.
I have to not get shot
We
too
do-
at the same
yeah.
time, bear in mind.
And we do have a meter. That red meter is showing the jam rate, I think.
Hurry up.
Slowly.
There we go.
Yeah, probably once the red meter's empty.
Yeah, that means he's,
There we go.
Yep, just standing here. There he is. Got him.
Try to find me without that box. Haha.
Didn't work. Oh wait, it's filling up. Okay.
I want to see if this just works. No.
Oh, I think he's stunned.
Yep. Man, this music makes anything better, though. This music makes even this hacky boss fight here. Oh, here we fucking go. This is them flexing at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
This is. Or maybe it's just the fact the music is good. Maybe it's just the fact we have the banger soundtrack.
No, it's a legit good touch.
I had a hunch that would still work.
Yeah, he's got this.
Oh, of course I do. Alright, I'm gonna have to bait more shots. Come on, motherfucker. There we go. I mean, if you're gonna make a Metal Gear game, if you're gonna get licensed to make a Metal Gear game, you better fucking go for it, I guess. And that's what they did here.
No.
And then he explodes like Mega Man.
Yeah.
Or like a Metal Gear 2 boss after you kill them. Simulation and
Hit the screen. Oh,
error,
never mind.
error. Mission parameters exceeded. Restarting.
New Game Plus. God.
The simulation has been corrupted. All data has been erased.
The subject was more resourceful than expected.
What do you expect? He was Solid Snake.
Ah, fuck it. Wipe his memory of these events, then release him.
He'll be of use to us later.
Understood. Starting non-canon protocol.
Another subject must be found.
We've already selected a new candidate. Someone with a more impressionable mind.
Excellent. This is only a minor setback.
Snake failed to give us the information we require. Mr. President. Let's see if Jack can do any better.
Oh my god. Dun dun dun. Oh,
Hey, look at
Kojima
that.
supervised.
He just looked
Aha.
at the office and was thumbs up like, okay,
Oh, hey,
guys.
and Ryan Payton.
Italian text check. Yo, shouts out if you're doing Italian text. That was it. I mean, I guess there's a VR mission, which we might as well do, right? Should
So look at him, yeah. See how, at least take a peek.
You know, fuck it. I mean, I thought this was gonna go for multiple episodes. As long as we're here and as long as we finish the game before time, we can go a little long and just finish all the VR missions. I think that'll be the best way to do it.
100 VR missions.
I know for a
Coming
fact
up.
it's not 100. I know it's like 10 weapons missions, 10 sneaking missions. So we'll probably get through it pretty quick. But yeah, I'm glad I played that. It was fleeting. It was brief. It was very derivative. But,
Yeah.
you know, if you wanted just a quick hit of Metal Gear on the go, I guess this works well enough. I mean, I guess $15 for it is probably a little much. Like, you know, they were trying to figure out the pricing models back then. This isn't like my full summation of the game, by the way. I'm just sort of like thinking out loud here. Yeah, I feel like there probably would have been a better value proposition, which is what they did later, where they just brought like Metal Gear 1 to J2ME phones. Even though it's a more primitive game, I feel like it's ultimately better because it's a more substantive game just on its own. So converting that probably made a bit more sense. I guess this made sense for the time if they were really trying to like show this off. Like if this was like a hardware showcase for Nokia phones, for the Sony Ericsson phones and whatnot, I guess mission accomplished. I guess if they managed to get the feat of 3D to work on that, then, you know, IdeaWorks did their job. If they were able to cram some weird narrative shit in there too, then they're doing the style match well enough.
Is he just gonna? Never mind.
Ranking, pigeon, enemies killed, 23 alert mode. Ration use 3, radar on, continues 4.
That was a long hour and 6 minutes.
No.
No.
No. Don't let them see.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh no! Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
Hope it autosaved.
what a way to go out, though.
I'm sure. Okay. Bear with me a second. I'm sure it's going to have saved. I'm sure that it's because like the left soft key and right soft key. You know, it's weird. It would have been better to have played this vertically. Probably, maybe. I mean, not good for the visual fidelity, not good for filling out the screen and whatnot, but it was designed for that because the feature phone version, the original release of this, you know, didn't have the benefit of the horizontal stuff. You would have had to have played it. You know what? For funsies. Oh no.
Frozen again?
No, I meant to do.
Oh, okay.
Let's do the VR missions in fucking vertical. And just give me a second to figure out what
the VR stands for vertical. Vertical.
Vertical reality.
There we go. I think I have that captured correctly. Give me one more second and I'll make absolutely certain. Yes, okay, cool. I got it in one. All right. No, not that. Thank you. Okay, apply settings, VR training, sneaking mode. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's fly through these VR missions, which, honestly, if I were to make a Metal Gear mobile game, I'd probably just lean into the VR shit. I'd probably just do a bunch of VR missions at this era. There's a bunch of, like, abstract scenarios.
Is there gonna be a plot twist in the VR missions where it turns out this is real life?
Fuck.
Oh, game over.
Yeah, maybe don't.
So you're asking for like a Rin's Terror's Realm kind of twist?
No, I'm asking for it to be just a like Metal Gear Solid VR missions on PS1.
No.
No, I mean
Johnny's referring to what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Do not kill that guy this time.
Yeah.
Impressive, Snake.
This is where they snuck the extra song in. Okay. So I can just crawl through this, I imagine. Flying through it. But these look cool, too. Like,
yeah.
the VR mission aesthetic, as established, is fucking cool as shit. So I love these shades of blue. This is very nostalgic for me. I thought VR missions was a great package, like the standalone VR missions discs and whatnot. And
yeah, I always wish I had as a kid. It's very expensive now, especially the PAL versions. Oh, yeah. It's funny to think about portable ops because portable ops is closer to that idea of just, you know, these bespoke random missions. Yeah, they do tie in minor story stuff every so often, but most of that game you're doing completely disconnected objectives that are just, you know, like to fill out the grinding and the recruiting and all that, like more so than Peace Walker had.
Now, here's the question. Have either of you ever played Metal Gear Acid?
Only a tiny bit.
Only a tiny bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Same, only a tiny bit. I've always been meaning to go back and try it for reals.
Mm-hmm.
I owned it.
Yeah.
I had the thing too that it came with, like the stereoscopic 3D thing.
Oh,
you
for
slid
the
over
second-
the entire
yeah,
PSP. Yeah,
The second one has, yeah. I hear that second one in particular is like really good.
Yeah, I think they want me to do this. So that can't be seen.
Turns out the game wants you to do the thing it told you to do.
Wait, no.
No.
I forget what the name of this mission was.
Oh, you know what? Can you hang over the rail even though you never did that in the main game?
Yeah, climbing. Hanning, yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, climbing
climbing
you
was
did
the
already.
boxes. Yep, fuck.
Yeah, so it's Hanning, yeah. That is interesting.
That was
yeah,
a
'cause I-
feature in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally never did it.
I'd even be curious if you can. I'm really trying to think of areas that look like this, and I can't think of many.
Grip grade gauge, yep.
Yep.
Now do 100 pull-ups.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing I really like about Kojima's games, is that he puts in stuff that's like, yeah, I guess, right? I guess there's a logic to that making sense. You didn't have to do that. Like, you know, yeah, if you do enough pull-ups, your grip gauge will level up and you can grip for longer because you're stronger. Like, yeah, sure, why not?
It's a minor thing, but the version of the Tara theme here, I don't know what it is, if it's like a different time signature or something, but it's like the melody is the same, but like it's weird, it's off somehow. It's like it's got an extra beat in it.
Fuck. This is security camera shit I hate.
If I run fast enough, the cameras can't see me.
I really hope
that's
they have
it.
the Metal Gear 2 music in the shooting stages. You know,
And I'm just flying
that sounds
through
so
these.
good. That sounds so good. The alert music in Metal Gear 2 is terrible.
I really like the Metal Gear 2 soundtrack, generally.
Oh yeah, it's just the alerts on in particular I don't like in that one.
Pride
It's a
Dead
really-
Cell's a great song, though.
We were talking Metal Gear 2, not Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what? I stand by what I said.
Is that the one with the saxophone at the start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a banger. That
Yeah.
choking, neutralize all the guards. Oh, do I have to?
Yeah.
I mean, do we have to kill them? Honestly, it's
Honestly.
Hey, why was... Okay, benefit of hindsight, knowing that Otacon was the secret guy calling you, why was he telling you, like, hey, you don't have to kill these guards? Like, why? It's all VR, why?
why does it matter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he's a
ultimately-
nerd, so even violence against like binary zeros and ones still bothers him.
And I bet you can get a higher ranking if you go through this game non-lethally. If you don't engage with the and then trank the final boss, which
God, Johnny, you're making me think now, would Otacon be a rationalist? Like,
no,
a modern
no, because
rationalist.
Otacon's I like Otacon, so I don't want to think of him as being like insufferable in that sort of way.
It's also real hard to say in the Metal Gear universe because AI is an existential problem for them already. They are already at that point.
Look at this shit. This is like a VR mission here. Just like some weird puzzle they have you do. Military green.
Which is the game with the VR mission that's like a murder mystery?
That would be Metal Gear Solid VR missions.
Yeah. Or special missions, as it's known in some regions, confusingly.
Hey, what do you know? I did all that. Now let's do all this. M9, knock at all guards. Should be easy enough.
Ah. Come on, one more song, game.
Look, Good foresight.
Not quite as exhaustive as VR missions, Classico, but what can you do? Man, auto-aim
Yeah.
really just trivializes this, huh?
It did for a while though, yeah.
It would have been cool if you could have beaten this whole thing before the intro song finished.
Oh, look at the radar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those sneaky Pete's. Wait, I'm just realizing I
You
can't...
might need to aim.
Yep.
for
That's a
these.
very Faceball 2000 like
very
level
berserk.
design.
Just to make sure, in case you didn't get it from the minimap.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one will be a penis. So far, I could be right. I could still be right.
No, they don't let you run and gun in this. That would have been a bridge too far.
Oh, you took damage.
Yep. Well, this doesn't really
Doesn't-
tell me it's a question
somehow-
mark. The
Somehow
letterboxing
doesn't
got
work
the
in
way.
vertical.
Well, this one should be fucking easy. I wouldn't really call the chaff grenade a weapon.
Yeah. I mean, if you smack someone on the back of the head with one, I'm sure. Probably not great for you.
I'm just preemptively tossing them in case they
Yeah.
expire. And all right, all that's left is the Nikita. Man, are we gonna finish this like just on time? Oh, wait, no, C4
Yeah,
and
looks-
Nikita. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because hey, fuck, we came up with this idea. We're gonna make the most of it. Of the timer, of the dial, a fucking timer on this.
It's funny, cute they did that considering there was literally one time you had to use it.
I guess the idea is that you could theoretically use these to take out enemies
Yeah.
in gameplay. You know, if you were hard up or you just wanted to have fun.
Yeah. Which I mean is something I don't think I've ever really done in a Metal Gear
No.
game. 'Cause again, the
Like
curse
using
of-
claymores and stuff. It's just
Yep.
like, yeah, to what end?
Oh no, I'll use claymores. Like, I like setting things up for, traps.
Yeah. I feel like 5 was the one where, yeah, that was the one I actually would experiment and do that kind of stuff. Oh, no. Yeah. That turn speed is so bad that it makes me think there's a button to improve it that we just don't know about.
No, I think it's just meant to be wide swings. Honestly. I detonated that one because I didn't see what I wanted to see. I didn't see a box straight away. Oh, you know what?
I think you have to fire from the side.
No, I'm just gonna circle around the perimeter. Get a lay of the land here.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious where they all are at this point.
I want to see if there's like one behind a wall or something. Yeah, because it's not just the 4 of them. Yeah, okay, see, this is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, you could also kind of look at the mini-map and figure that part out. Hi, it's me, the look at the mini-map person.
Okay. Fuck. I
It
thought I
would
could
be easier to fire from the side and just kind of go the long way around rather than
Well,
trying to thread
I'm
this
not here
needle.
for easy.
Oh, yeah, and they don't give you the top-down option. It's just first person.
Alright, it's, hit your screen.
Wait, fuck, no.
No, you're done. You don't have to. You can hit your screen.
I'm trying. It's because I have the controls. Don't mind me. Okay. No, I'm hitting return. It's
End game.
return. Okay, there we go. That does it for Metal Gear Solid Mobile. Yeah, hit my fucking screen. And there we go. now fade that out. I can mark that off my bucket list of games I've been meaning to complete. And now we got to talk about it a little bit. Just give some final thoughts on it. Starting with you, Sharky.
This okay. Like I said, it's very impressive for when it came out. I can see why some people might go into this, especially seeing how it looks, seeing what they were able to put off the graphics, going into it expecting more and being disappointed with that, especially if people were coming in with the false expectation that this was going to be just Metal Gear on the phone, because people were like kind of the way it was being advertised in some places, or some people describing it, sounded like they thought, oh yeah, this is just Metal Gear Solid on the phone with like exclusive content.
I mean, even
For
the
the
press
phone.
statement made
Yeah,
it sound
exactly.
like that. Yeah.
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 But I think it. I'm impressed with it, which is the nice way of saying I don't think it looked like it was very fun to play. But I am impressed with it. And I will say this is almost like a Castlevania Lament of Innocence situation for me, where I was kind of underwhelmed by a lot of the game up until the ending. What they started doing it, even though it was like telegraphed to hell, but once what they started doing at the ending, how they were pulling that off aesthetically, the little touches they were doing with like the wireframing in the environment and like just kind of like little aberrations and stuff. Like it was like, oh, that's it's nothing new, but it's cool. They went for something stylistic with it. I thought the ending was like, oh, this kind of makes the rest of the game feel kind of more worth it to get to this point, to get to this cool little set piece they have here. And it's not like it's a huge game or anything, so it's not like it's a huge commitment to get that far. Yeah, I guess I'm. It doesn't look like it was fun, but it doesn't look like it was offensive. It doesn't look like it was really bad per se, and I'm more impressed with anything else. I think
How's
that's kind
about
of my
you?
takeaway.
How's about you, Johnny? Since thank you, Sharky,
Yeah.
for that, because I'm thinking, I'm taking notes in my head right now.
Yeah, so it's commendable that it did try to go for a more, like a single player bespoke campaign, considering, what Paul Boops did on PSP a few years earlier. And even, Peace Walker to a degree, if you play Peace Walker, you kind of pick up that even the main campaign maps were probably built for like, oh, we can build like 5 missions on these and then make a campaign out of it. Whereas this was an attempt to like, no, this is a singular linear experience all the way through. And that's, impressive, and trying to spin a Metal Gear Solid narrative. That being said, it is done in a very derivative way, and I think that's both the gameplay and the story, with some fun twist stuff at the end. And that stuff is probably the stuff I would commend the most, even if it's it's not handled even as well as Kojima. And Kojima's stuff can be hacky at times, a bit on the nose, especially once he got pissed off at people misunderstanding his work. Like even for that level of Kojima, this is a bit obvious. But yeah, it's as much as that review that moaned about like, oh, you should make a game like this on the phone. I do think that is the biggest issue with this, is that yeah, you could make a game like this on this mobile platform device, downloadable as well. And this probably is not a very big game. I'm guessing not even like 100 megabytes. Maybe, you're not thinking of what iPhone stuff would later be, for example, and iPad and all that. So it's, yeah, like I think the platform is mostly what holds it back. It's like you have to work in those confines. So it's a really short story. It's a very surface level. It's not really saying anything more than just like, oh, conspiracy twist, waha! And yeah, like you can tell the times it controlling it were awkward. Again, commendable. They even had the first person aiming, but it did look rough. In much the same way that Paul Boaps has its weird control issues because there's no like proper free aim in that and all that. But like I think visually, at least for the platform, like that's probably the best aspect of it. The music could have been better. It's a shame because it's the tappy stuff from the first game. They just didn't use enough of it when they probably could have. So yeah, like overall, like there's the ambition of it, and then there's the actual playing of it, where it's like, yeah, this is a play through it once to see what this platform could do. But that's mostly all it exists for, really. At the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my take, as one who played it, I can say that the controls weren't like perfect. They were good enough. I know you both like honed in on like, it didn't look super fun to play, and it wasn't.
With the controls, I'm also in my head. I was factoring in the fact that you were playing it on a phone if you were playing it back then.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
I think though, if you were someone who was gaming on the phone at this point, I remember like what it used to be to text on a phone, to have to press the numpad buttons like like 3 times to get the letter C on the number 1, right? Like we forget that people were very adept at using those old feature phones and those numpads at a certain moment in time.
Like I said, when I say this is impressive, I'm definitely meaning impressive for the time. Like if I played this back then, if I had one of these phones and was playing this game back then, I would have loved this.
Sure. I think the point I was going to make here is that I don't think it's the playing the game that's the issue. I think it is good enough for what it is. I think it hits enough of the Metal Gear notes. Like, I'm not missing the fact that you can't, like, shake down guards and drag them around or whatever. I don't need that necessarily. Just the fact that I can move around, I can lean up against walls, shoot, knock them, apparently hang from stuff. I didn't even realize that was until you saw it there. I think it's just a matter of not enough to do. Like, that is the biggest thing that holds this game back. Like, the narrative was never going to compare to, like, a properly Kojima-vetted script. And you can only do so much in a game that only, like, such a small portion of people are going to play. So, of course, it's not going to be anything, like, canonical or even, like, seriously deviating from canon in, like, a unique or interesting way.
I mean, you know what my problem with the narrative is? It's not so much the quality of the writing. It's the frequency of when the plot decides to come in and stop everything.
Yeah, it's a pacing issue. It's a major pacing issue because they fly through all the plot beats. If there were more game, if there were more rooms in between the locations that you're like heading to, if they had more like innocuous hallways or like this rooms that like served as a stealth challenge where you have to figure out like the ideal way through it, just like things you could do that you had the assets on hand. They didn't need to be like full unique rooms. They could have still recycled and reused like existing tiles and whatnot, and just like had more with what they already developed, with more with what they already produced, because that would, 1, extend the length of the game, 2, give you more excuses to like actually utilize the mechanics that they have on offer, and 3, and most importantly, it would have spaced out those fucking calls so that you're not getting like the twist that your contact is a VR simulation literally like 15 minutes into the game, 5 minutes after you've like even been introduced to them. Like, it's shit like that just makes the plot like that makes the narrative so weak, is because they have to fly through it. It's such an abbreviated version. They rush to get to those events, to those homages that they want to get to. And, there were moments where we were chuckling, laughing at the script. And some of those moments were legitimate. They actually tell a couple jokes. And are self-reflective on what it is, on the schlock that they're putting out there, right? Like, there's it's wink naughty in a sort of way. And I think that would have been fine. I think the dialogue is passable. I think if they could rise to that level, like, to the moments that were genuinely funny, or, where they were doing like the full-on Metal Gear Solid 2 AI breaking pastiche that they did, they could have like dragged that on for a little while longer. They could have had more codec calls. Honestly, the only reason why they felt disruptive and felt like they were getting in the way is because the game is so abbreviated, because it's happening every room. They are getting a fresh codec call. So I think that's just an issue of spacing and pacing. I think that's an issue of just like too little content crammed in too tightly. Like, again, if it were up to me, I think I appreciate the fact they tried the narrative route. I appreciate that this is the way they went, because it gave us something at least interesting to talk about and to talk over, to talk through as we did the voices and whatnot. But, was it the most functional thing? Was it the most serviceable thing? Was it what consumers really wanted or deserved. Now, what they probably should have done was just made 100 VR missions, or, you know, like 200. Should have just made like a bunch of stuff in that VR space. They probably should have made a Metal Gear Solid VR missions type thing for the phone that doesn't have to concern itself with writing and characters and dialogue and pacing, because it's just like, how much content can we cram in? How many of these little instanced scenarios can we envision? How many stealth scenarios using the mechanics that we're able to cram in here can we put on offer? Between, you know, the hanging, the crawling, the knocking on walls, that gives you a lot. You can use that to great effect, as a little game by the name of Metal Gear Solid proved that, you know, you can have a very limited system, all things told, for stealth, and still like come up with a lot of unique scenarios and rooms and challenges that revolve around that. And I think they were just like a little too afraid to commit to that. I think they were a little too gun shy to go the route of like really maximizing the gameplay. They thought it would be easier, probably, to replicate trying to tell that kind of a story and that kind of a narrative. And you know, I get it, and it certainly makes the game more memorable. It makes it more of a curio. It makes it something that people like can discover years later. If this is your first time, if you watch this video and did not even know this game existed, I'm glad that we're the ones who get to show it to you for this special moment. But yeah, missed shot, wasted potential here, but ultimately not like offensive bad, not like frustrating. It's more just like no, they tried. And that's never a reaction you want to have to a game, but at least it's a sympathetic reaction. At least, you know, there is some amount of like concern or hope for a better future, for an alternate reality, when you say, oh, that's cute. They tried. They could have done better, given more time, more money, more resources, more trust invested in them by Konami. But
again, I think at the very least, I think they were cooking by the end of the game.
Yeah,
I think end of the game, but yeah.
At the end, it really comes together. And, you know, to extend that, to have more of that, I wonder if the novelty would wear off if they had more time to explore it. It's hard to say. I'm glad they put it in there, though. I am glad it's in there.
I feel like the amount of time they spend with the world breaking down around you part is the perfect amount of time for it. It did not overstay its welcome like at all once they get to that twist.
That's fair. And if it had taken a shorter amount of time to get to that point, a longer amount of time, I should say, to get to that point, if there had been more build up to it, it could have made that payoff that much more exciting, that much more impressive, that much more of a treat, and more impactful and whatnot. I want to pretend this is canon now. I want to start to incorporate this. I'm like, well, you know, this Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is great, but are they going to allude to Metal Gear Solid Mobile? Are they going to allude to the fact that 40 years from now, Snake will be locked in a fucking VR simulation? Come on, Kojima. It's not even Kojima working on that game. What am I talking about? Oh, we just finished a video game. Sorry, reality's collapsing around me. The constructs of the artificial intelligence simulation VR are starting to fade away. Folks, thanks for joining us here for Metal Gear Solid Mobile. Why are you wearing...
What? I've always been wearing this.
Oh!
What?
I had to remember the you unlock Tuxedo Snake in Metal Gear Solid. Is that what you're going for here?
No, I've been wearing this the whole night. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fuck it, whatever. Thank you, folks, for joining us for Metal Gear Solid Mobile. A curious piece of software, to be sure. But hey, glad we got to show it. Glad I finally had an excuse to play through the whole thing. I'm glad we got it done in one. A one and done, if you will. What's coming up on the stream schedule? I wish Johnny were here. Johnny had to secretly go to the bathroom real quick, so we don't get to ask them if they're streaming tomorrow. I'm going to assume no. I'm assuming it's going to be next week where they finish up Lifeline, so on August 8th. But who knows? Maybe it'll be a pleasant surprise for everyone tomorrow.
I think he said that he's going to be doing a different type of stream tomorrow, like maybe on his own channel.
We'll see. We will find out. Saturday, August 2nd, we still have a pending block. I mean, we're going to stream. We always stream. It's just a matter of what are we streaming. It'll probably be something like, if it's August 2nd, if it's the early in the month, we could probably do like a chance time. Just to
I
get
think
that
that's what we
squared
were
away.
talking about doing.
Yeah, we'll do a bad game chance time. Randomly determined games to make us suffer. You know the drill, folks. Monday is Casual Mondays. It's a show where we bring not so bad games to the table, enjoy ourselves, talk a little casually, so on, so forth. So look forward to that. Please consider tuning in. And Tuesday and Thursday of next week, I know I'm going a little bit beyond right now, but still pending on the schedule. I think by next Thursday, we should have a Patreon poll that will have been posted, voted on, and ultimately settled on what we will begin on Thursday, as voted for by our patrons. But we'll get to them in just a second. First, I gotta say that, hey, if you liked what you saw here tonight, consider, please, joining the Discord server, discord.gg/bghof, community of connoisseurs who come together to talk about bad games and good games and things that aren't video games. It's just, it's where we hang out, where you're most likely to find us, to be able to interact with us, to get our immediate gut takes on games news and bad game questions. Any burning bad game questions you have, you can ask us there. And hey, if you really like what you saw here tonight, you might even consider financially supporting us. Subscribing on Twitch, becoming a pledger on Patreon, or becoming a member on YouTube. Any or all of the above will grant you access on that aforementioned Discord server to a Patreon Saints channel, wherein you can vote in those polls for playthroughs, make suggestions, gain access to exclusive content, so on and so forth. And we really appreciate it, of course. And if you can't financially support us, we completely understand. If you would still like to help the show in some sort of way, a wonderful way to do so is to share episodes off of the YouTube channel, our VOD archive. And if you're looking for inspo on that front, might we recommend our suggested viewing playlist? 20 handpicked episodes that we think make for solid, pardon the pun, onboarding onto this show of ours, that you're fit to share with family, friends, clergy, at all. Your handler, the colonel, if you got one, you can share this episode with them. If you happen to be, a tactical, operative, stealth, initiative man, show this to your squad mates. Maybe they'll get a kick out of this. Who's to say? We leave it to your discretion, dear viewer. What else do we need to hit on this?
Get our taco?
Get our taco. The Takoshi's Challenge off the Taco Bell menu. I want free food. Check our social media for that. Check out Blue Sky, bghof.com on Blue Sky, and search for Takoshi's Challenge and try out a very special crunchy taco. All right, that's gonna do it for promoting shit. I felt dirty even saying that, honestly.
I don't.
Who's streaming right now? I see two separate people playing the same goddamn game right now. Hey, you know what? Let's send folk the way of one Ty Tuesday, who is currently playing Superman 64.
Ooh, nice.
So we know a thing or two about that. One of these days we'll have to play that on the show. Do you have a good Superman voice in you, Sharky?
There's no time to waste.
Very good. Thank you, folk, again, for tuning in, spending your night with us here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame, for sneaking your way through. We go sneaking like I'm Snake, etc. Finally got it out of my system. It's been on my mind for the whole fucking stream. God, that song sucks. God, Maury is a fucking... Oh boy, well, I shouldn't speak ill of VTubers, because I think the whole scene's collapsing right now, isn't it? I think that whole kind of subgenre is... Well, anyway, we're PNG tubing, that's where we're at. Me and my cowboy hat, you and your tux, Johnny in their bag. This will never get
Mm-hmm.
old. This will never die. Speaking of never dying, I have been Solid Cassidy.
I've been wearing this the entire time.
And I've been Johnny Sasaki. No, Johnny Baghead.
Very good. Thank you once more to our viewers out there in TV land. And bye. Ugh,
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
No, I can do that bye better. I can do fucking Snake saying bye. All right, 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone. There we go. Nailed it. Got it.
Woo!